Hello, people of the internet. Happy Halloween, though this is not coming out on Halloween. I'm Soul Dragon, and welcome to more FSN Night Remaster, where we are going to be redoing Day 9 because we got a bad end, because we agreed to be Reen's servant, essentially, and when we tried to stand up for our new ideals and defend Sakura, she said, no, you just stand there and listen to me kill her. Or when we tried to, abandon the love for Sakura and stand up for ideals, we kind of got the Mind of Steel ending. Finally saw that one in full. But, yeah, if you are enjoying this content, please be sure, that's a little too far down, please be sure to like this video if you're watching this on YouTube, comment down below if you have anything to say at all, especially if you want to compliment the cosplay. I know it's not the best, but it's what I had laying around, and maybe next year I'll do better, and who knows, maybe over the course of streams, maybe some more sub-goals, maybe more cosplays. Who knows? But, yeah, comment down below, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, lets you know when new videos do come out, and if you do want to catch me live, you can check out the Twitch or YouTube, or you can catch out Twitch, or the Discord, both of which are in the description down below. But, all that said, we are going to load from here to so this was just before Reen's little interrogation play, and like I said, we are redoing Day 9 because, well, kind of have to. So it looks like we did get some Reen affection by saying he didn't want to kill me, so that was the right choice. So we'll skip the answer correct. The next steps, okay. And we do need Tosaka's help for this. We know that much. So we're going a little bit more skips. Okay. So here is where I'm going to make a save point because I don't know what combination is the right combination. I know which combination is the wrong combination, and that is yes, yes. So first, we can have an alliance, but will you do what I tell you to? You'll absolutely follow my orders if we get into battle. No. We're going to be obstinate this time. No. No. Absolutely probably won't work. Hey, who do you think you are saying that right off the bat? But it's true. Even if it's just an example, I obviously can't blindly agree to a plan that sounds impossible. She's got, like, cat eyes right now. I wouldn't make a mistake like that. If it seems that way to you, it's only because you don't understand the plan. Ooh, someone's being a little bit, superior. The superior Reen Tosaka's leaking through. Hey, J6, welcome to the stream, and happy Halloween if you do celebrate it. How be things, how be things. Alright, I can do that. So, -3 to Bunny Toria, and then we'll skip the Can I Trust You Not to Betray. This time, we're just going double no. You don't celebrate. The male Chaldea Winter Combat uniform. I did a little bit of a showcase of it at the start of stream, had the webcam full screen and all that, so. But it's not the best. Part of it did break as I tried to get the harness bit on, and it is a little bit big on me, but this was bought, like, when I was probably like 20 pounds heavier, so that's not too surprising. And the only other issue is there's no cutout for the back of the gloves, so I can't show off command spells. Not that I have a henna to, draw the command spells, but still. But yeah, I'm totally gonna betray you, Reen. Totally. Of course I won't betray you, but I can't really say yes to that last part. How bad exactly? That's obvious. You could die or be on the verge of death. It's the least you should be ready for, since you don't have any collateral to offer. I could, yes, but, like, these aren't even proper. These are like, they're like t-shirt fabric gloves. They're not like proper leather gloves. So, and even then, these gloves are, like, they're big on me, too. I should have probably thrown them in the dryer to see if they would shrink, but, like, they're big here, but they're tight around the fingers. So, it's weird. But if I wear this cosplay to, like, a convention, then I will probably end up cutting out some space in the back of the hand and getting some actual henna so I can, have command spell visible. Or what? You expect me to make this deal empty-handed? You know how to poke a guy where it hurts. Well, of course I do. This isn't a game, so it isn't fair for me to be useless. Isn't fair to me unless you take it as seriously as I do. Alright, I get it. I'll do my best. Yeah, that is the plan. When I do this cosplay, if I do ever do it in public, I'm going to draw my custom command seal. Which is just the sub badge for the channel. Like, that's the reason why the sub badge is a command seal. It is my custom command seal. It's like a dragon head. Or face, I guess. Alright, so we said no's to everything Reen wants. She says, honestly, like hell I will. Like hell I will. I'll admit you're the superior mage, but you make mistakes sometimes too. I honestly haven't seen Sieg's command seal. I've seen it, but I don't remember it. But now, we're just being obstinate, Tareen. I won't just turn a blind eye if you say something crazy. If I think you're wrong, I'll be sure to tell you. That's what it means to help each other. Naturally, we can't cooperate unless you do that. I've been thinking that I get carried away sometimes, so I need someone who can put the brakes on. I can't operate my phone with these gloves. I'm trying to press the button, and it's not registering. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna look up his command spells, though. I'd appreciate if you'd do that for me. Oh. She's happy we're being obstinate. That's awesome. That's a little anticlimactic. I was ready for her to argue against me, but Tosaka seems satisfied with my answer. Last question. I'll do whatever I can to help you when there's something you can't do. On the other hand, though, can you do the same for me? Something I can do that you can't. Does anything like that even exist? Is she actually bad at cooking or something? No, she's actually a pretty decent cook. So I don't think that's what she's talking about. Hey, this is the most important question, so answer fast. Yes or no? Could you give me a more specific example? Come on, I'm asking if you'll let me win. You know, I should probably take a picture of me in this cosplay and post it to the Discord. Tosaka blusters sulkily, her cheeks flushed. It's a far cry from the image I've had of her so far, like that of a child. And yet, yeah. If we're going to work together, then I'll let you win. I promise. She's so sincere, I can't help but find it cute. Shiro, this is the Sakura route, not the Reen route. Stop trying to rizz up Sakura. Or, Reen. Bleh. Somewhat. Mine is a proper full, like, dragon face, by the way, compared to Sieg's. Sieg's has, like, the wing design as well. Let's meet up at the front gate after school, then. I'm gonna have you do club activities at my house for the time being. Club activities at your house? Yeah, since we're teaming up, I should teach you to be able to fight on your own as much as I can, right? I already know you're an amateur since the other night, though, so we'll have to have you come over multiple days. I don't mind. I'd appreciate that, actually. Are we starting today? Obviously, we need to gauge your abilities first, then figure out how to proceed from tonight. You'll be getting home pretty late, but that's fine, since you live alone anyway, right? That's a bit mean, Rin. Like, that's a bit rude. He's probably of the cooler... It is a cool command seal, I will say that. Sieg's command seal does look pretty cool. I mean, the command seals have evolved, mind you, over time. And, to be honest, I think Kotomine's, like, full-on arm sleeve command seal looks pretty sick. I guess Jeanne's, like Jeanne d'Arc's, looked pretty cool as well, with the whole, like, back tattoo command seal. That was pretty cool. Yeah, but how did you know that? Well, when I gave you first aid the other time, I just assumed because I didn't see anyone else at your house. Anyway, that's the plan. So, wait for me out front. Tosaka leaves with a casual wave. Today's Friday. Classes run until 6 period and we get out after 3 p.m. Oh man, I told Sakura I'd come home early, but I can't just cancel on Tosaka on the very first day. I'm sorry to Sakura, who I've been taking care of at home, but I'll need to join Tosaka today. Well, she isn't a monster. If I explain Sakura's situation, then there's a chance she'll let me go home early, just for today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she will. I mean, it still looks pretty sick. Okay, this is a new scene. Tosaka's magical examination ends rather quickly. She lit some incense, did something that looked like a tarot card reading, then I answered some questions that reminded me of a personality test. According to her, you don't correspond to anything. I won't bother trying anything else. That mention of a personality test actually makes me think. I just recently learned that apparently if you become a psychologist, you cannot administer IQ tests. Because you know how IQ tests work theoretically and could just like get a massively high score. That's wild that psychologists cannot get an IQ test anymore. She gives up quickly on trying to identify my magic circuits. Oh, so you can't tell? 900 out of 1,000, damn. That's gonna be a pain for me, I can tell. That's rude. I figured out that you don't correspond to any of the 5 great elements. Any consecration beyond that falls outside my area of expertise. So there isn't any point going further, is there? Next, show me the magecraft you can use. I can make some estimates based on that. So, she says, next I practice my strengthening magecraft on the clay lump that Tosaka gave me. Clay is a lump of ether, and always returns to being a lump no matter what you do to it, so it's very conductive to magical energy. I was a little worried it might get stuck once I strengthened it, but that's fair, man. I'm gonna try and do the same. Try is the key word here. I want to try and get a full living shiny dex as well, but I feel like that's gonna be a pain. It's like a Shiniku, so don't worry about it. No matter how much energy you cram into it, it'll go back to how it was in a day. So she said. By the way, she said a Shiniku is a lump of meat that never gets any smaller. Okay, we've already seen this stuff. Yeah, we've seen these lines about it being a shiro in Chinese. Try strengthening, lump of clay, pull it off twice, and 10. Longer manifest my circuits. I wonder if Reen is catching on to, you know, that he has to create his circuit from his spinal column during all this. Whether I came up with my own incantation. Okay, yeah, this is all the same stuff. Regarding teaming up with me because of how inexperienced I am. Yeah, you aren't just an experience where thinking is incorrect. Yep, okay, so this is all lines we read last time. It's the same scene, but I believe we will be getting a choice in this one. So yeah, she's teaching us about the switch, talking about the sleepover, looking at the clock, already past 5. Looking out for me as both an ally and a mage is a big help and it makes me happy, but I'm worried about Sakura back at home. Okay. So, here is the split point. We're gonna save. So this is the Sakura route, so we probably should... Yeah, this is an affection choice for Sakura as well, so we're gonna go back. We can't leave Sakura alone any longer. I'm more worried about Sakura. I need to make that clear to Tosaka, even if I feel guilty about it. Can we do that at my place? Home? You mean your house? Yeah, Sakura has a cold, so I need to look after her. If I'm gonna be staying over here a few nights, then I can't rest easy unless I check in on her beforehand. Oh crap, you're right. She's fed up with me. Of course she would be. I came to her for help, and here I am saying I want to go home because it doesn't fit my schedule. You idiot! If you just said that sooner, I wouldn't have kept you so long. Huh? You're taking a break from battling, so you're just letting your SW2 to run. Switch 2. Bleh, I did not realize what you were talking there. You're doing the AFK hunting method. Yeah, that's a long one, as far as I'm aware. Very long AFK method. She jolts to her feet, storms over the coat rack, and dons her coat. Let's go. I've done what we came to do, and we can finish the rest at your house. We'll pick this up once you take care of Sakura, so hurry up and get home. Yeah, I appreciate that. Fennekin, so you can get a shiny Mega Delphox. I'm gonna be struggling to get the Greninja-ite, I feel. I definitely feel like I'm gonna struggle. Also, I might forget to say it later, so I'll tell you this now. Your real specialty isn't strengthening, but projection. I don't know when or how you mix it up, but you're supposed to be a mage who creates things. She walks briskly down the hallway. What? I'm a little confused, but I follow her and we depart the historic Tosaka mansion. And... Yep, okay. Scenes that we've seen. Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-day. Okay, so we've done everything except for trying to pull Rin back, and I did see that this is an affection choice, so pulling Rin back must be an affection option. There's no time to think. My legs move and my arms still work. I just need to move up and pull Tosaka back. Yeah, him trying to charge results in him becoming a statue and dying, which is kind of funny. Tosaka doesn't even twitch when I grab her arm. She's heavier than she looks. Damn, you're heavy. I can't budge her even with 2 hands, so all I can do... Just get back. Is shoulder tackle her out of the... Shiro Emiya! Tackling women. See, I thought that Shiro Emiya was better in this route. That he was not such a misogynist. But now he's tackling women? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I cannot believe that Shiro would do such a thing. For shame, Shiro, for shame. Ow. I hear a dull impact. What the heck are you doing? I can't hear her voice. My body's hot. My vision gets all soft and twisty like I've caught a serious fever. I think I hear a familiar voice far away. I'm losing my grip on reality. In my white, hazy mind, the blood coming from my left arm mixes like paint on a canvas. With her hands clenched at her chest, Sakura stares at me in shock on the ground. I see her fall like a puppet with its strings cut. Okay. And now... we're not getting a skippity-doo-dah. How are you feeling? Have you calmed down? Yeah, this top part of this shirt is definitely loose. Sitting on one of the church pews, I nod wordlessly. Then you don't need healing. You'll recover along with your physical stamina, so try to rest for now. So Shiro didn't pass out this time. She takes a slight distance from me. Our emotional distance is many times wider. We're just waiting in the chapel for Kotomine, not making small talk. When I try to clench my left hand, it twitches numbly. The pain feels like a nail is driven through my palm. My left hand hurt more from gripping the knife than the dull pain of Ryder's beatings or Sakura stabbing me through the left arm. Dark clouds obscure the night sky. They seem like rain clouds announcing an imminent shower. The spear-like thing that attacked Tosaka was apparently Sakura's magecraft. The Mato passed down absorption magecraft through their family. I feel like he was out for a lot longer from the other heroic option. She unconsciously unleashed her magecraft because she was suffering from magical energy deficiency. She targeted Rin because she had the most magical energy there. When I pushed her out of the way and that thing touched me, it caught my left arm and drained me of my power. Magical energy is life energy. It stands to reason that one would collapse if it was taken away. Okay, so this is similar lines. Attacking herself. Okay, yeah. Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-day. Skip to the loo, skip away. Want to be on Sakura's side. Running through the rain, interlude. Confronting Rin. I'm not prepared to kill her. I came back here for Sakura. If you're going to hurt her, then I'll stop you here. Then what do you plan to do with her? Listen to me. Sakura can't live unless she fights as a master. And as long as she's a master, her body's gonna force her to take magical energy from innocent people. Can't you see what's gonna happen? No matter what we do, we have to kill her now for her own good. Like hell we have to. How can you condemn her before she's even done anything wrong? She already has. If the problem was confined to Sakura, then there might still be hope. But it isn't, is it? That old bastard Zaukin has her life in his hands, and as long as he's around, Sakura is his puppet. Do you think he'll just let her go? See, you do understand. Zaukin won't leave Sakura in peace. Then she'll keep suffering and suffering, unable to ever escape her fate. If we end it here, then nobody else will get hurt. It'll save the people that she would have killed. I can't let the collateral damage spread for the sake of some slim hope, like you. Being too weak to make a decision is just going to make her suffer more. Tosaka's correct. She isn't saying that death would save Sakura, but she's making the right choice from her perspective of saving lives. Oh, for sure. That's what the Mind of Steel ending's all about, man. Mind of Steel Shiro is Kiritsugu 2.0. Any other idea would just be a selfish compromise, doomed to failure. If we do nothing, 10 people will die. But if 9 lives can be saved at the cost of 1, that would be... My mouse is on the screen. That would be... the reality past that I've always accepted, but always wanted to deny, deep down. No, you're wrong. I won't let there be any more victims. Doesn't that make you the weak one for giving up on her before you even tried? Oh, for sure. Are you kidding me? Do you even understand what you're saying? You'll save Sakura and all the people she'll kill? Don't make me laugh! There's no way you can do that on your own. Yeah, I can't do it, but I'll protect her. I'll think of a way. Fine, then you're my enemy. Let go of me if you don't. I'll blast you so hard you'll go flying outside. Go ahead and try it. Don't think it'll go the way you think, Tosaka. Ooh, first he tackles her, and now he's laying out the threats. Man, Shiro is going misogynistic in this one. I put more strength into... Okay, Shiro, calm down, man. Calm down, Shiro Emiya. Because I'm nervous. Tosaka is... No, I want to believe she's nervous too. Despite our tit for tat, we're at a stalemate because we each have things we can't compromise on. What was that? What? As beautiful as those idealistic views, they're idealistic for a reason. Pipe dream, yep. It came from outside the chapel. A noise from the room next door makes us both look at each other. Did you hear that, Emiya? No, no, no. I didn't hear the sound of glass shattering that could be otherwise heard by everyone here. Like, come on, what kind of question is that? That was a window breaking. And then... the sound of running footsteps. While the only exit to the chapel are in the front and back, one might exit through a broken window. Oh, I see the church has many fixed fittings. She might have accidentally broken the glass. How rough for a patient on the mend. Patient. Wait, Sakura? Hey, Janice. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Who else could it be? Somehow she heard what you were saying from the room she's resting in. She probably ran when you started saying frightful things about killing her. Forgive me. It's a structural flaw in the building. The Winter Chaldea Combat Uniform. I did a little bit of a showcase of it at the very start of the stream, so if you want to see it, you know, in full, can check it out then. And I do plan to probably take a picture of it after stream, just so I can post it down in the Discord. It is a little big on me, and part of it did break, but is what it is. Stop lying, you fraudster priest. You definitely let her go on purpose. Tosaka shakes off my hand and starts running. She's headed for the front door, not the back of the church. We'll talk later. We need to catch Sakura first. Darn it, where does she think she's going in that condition? Okay. Reem, I'm gonna be honest here. You cannot show concern to Sakura when you were just talking about murdering her. Like, seriously. You were just talking about murdering her, and where does she think she's going in such poor condition? She shouldn't be running off in that condition. She'll die if she runs off in that condition, and if she dies, I can't kill her. Yep, the Chaldea symbol. I think it's right over here, is it not? Or is it on this collar? I don't remember which one. Tosaka rushes to the door, throws it open, and runs outside. She sprints into the rain without an umbrella. I can't afford to linger here either. I don't know where Sakura's gone, but I can't let her be alone right now. Wait. Go find Sakura Mato if you wish, but there's something I forgot to tell you. Indeed. It's on my left collar. Oh no! Another Kotomine speech! By the time he's done with this speech, Sakura will be dead! What now? This isn't time for long lectures! Exactly. Calm yourself. It is an important matter that I have an interest in making sure you know. Rien left before I could say anything, so I have to tell you. Is it about Sakura? Yes, to be candid, she does not have much time left. Even now, the crest worms are continuing to invade her body. It is simple enough to extract them, but her body wouldn't be able to handle the trauma from removing 40% of the nerves from a living subject. She would die as a person before the pain sent her into shock. I mean, if she's missing... Okay, yeah, never mind. Nerve pain is a very real thing. But her fate will be the same even if nothing is done. Eventually, Sakura Mato will lose her mind after having it sapped by magical energy deficiency for so long. Once that happens, she will become an out-of-control master. She will attack more and more people to maintain her servant and eventually succumb to the damage. In other words, no matter what you do, there is no saving her. For a second, I feel dizzy, like a strobe lamp just went off in front of me. Yeah, the other issue is these gloves are very slick. They're like not proper gloves. They're like costume gloves or something, I guess, because they're very soft fabric. What is broken cannot be fixed, and what is lost will never return. If you wanted to save her, you should have begun 11 years ago. Ooh. Kotomine. That's mean. Like, Shiro's already got enough trauma, man. And you would still extend a hand to her, Shiro Emiya. She will die days from now no matter what you do. What meaning is there in helping such a person? I can't breathe. The priest's words are so painful it takes all my effort not to go weak in the knees. I don't know, but you helped Sakura. Doesn't that show that it means something? Well, I treated her out of obligation. I cannot turn away those who come to me seeking help. They might be cut resistant. I honestly don't know. You liar. Nobody gives up their entire magic crest out of obligation. I don't know why you did it, but you wanted to help Sakura. For meta reasons, we know why he did it. For the meta reasons, we know why he did it. You didn't want her to die, just like me. I glare at Kotomine. He slightly inclines his head as if accepting my words. Indeed. Then hurry. If Rien finds Sakura first, she will most assuredly attack her. You must shelter the lost lamb before that happens. I don't need him to tell me that. I turn my back on the priest and run out into the rain the same way Tosaka did. My breath mists white in the air. You know, I do remember the rain scene from the Heaven's Feel movie, but did it have the prelude of the church as well before it? I honestly can't recall. The cold winter rain freezes the heat that escapes my lungs, and I can even feel it beating on my cheeks. There's nobody on the street. I run aimlessly through the night, barely lit by the street lights. I mean, yeah, Shiro's being kind of rude. First, he shoulder check tackles Rien, then he grips Rin's arm so tight that she can't pull back, and says, "You better not, or I'm going to stop you." Like, Shiro's going... he's going evil. Just saying. It feels like he's turning from a hero of justice into something else, you know? It isn't just because I feel like she'll do something she can't take back unless I find her soon. Right now, I just want to take her hand and feel her warmth. I run back and forth through the cloudy night. I have no idea where she was headed. Right now, she has nowhere to go home to. All she can do is wander the night, now that she's lost both my house and the Mato house. She can't have gone far. Maybe she went somewhere to get out of the rain, somewhere out of sight. It's a wild guess, but right now it's all I have to go on.
I crossed the bridge. She isn't at the Shinto train station, and nobody there has seen anyone who might be her. Even at this time of night, Shinto isn't completely free of foot traffic. There are still a few people walking around. But if nobody's seen Sakura, then she might have avoided Shinto and returned to Miyama. There's still people walking around, still foot traffic. Yet every time we go out on a hunt, there's magically no one around. She would stand out in the rain dressed in her school uniform. If she wanted to avoid being seen, then she would have gone back to Miyama. I think that as I run through the rain. You know, that's the point, though. It was very much implied that Kotomene had to undress her to remove all the various crest worms. So was she just listening to Shiro and Rin debate, you know, whether or not to spare her or kill her while getting dressed? Was that just like a getting dressed conversation she was overhearing or something? I stop. Under the bridge, on a dim, lonely brick path, I see her standing all alone. I thought for sure we would get a CG there. I go down through the park. Has she noticed me? She just stands there, getting soaked in the rain, not looking up. I can't think of anything to say to her. All I can do is take her home with me. I call out to her as I approach. No, don't come any closer. When I do, she refuses, sounding more desperate than I've ever heard her. I stop. She clutches her skirt tightly, not looking up at me. She's in anguish, like a sinner ashamed of herself. I can't get any closer. I get the sense that I shouldn't approach her until she looks at me of her own volition. Please, go home. I don't know what I'll do if you come closer to me right now. Her voice quivers. She's shivering, both from the cold rain and her own sense of guilt. I can't free her of that. All I can do is... Let's go home, Sakura. You still have a cold, remember? Offer her a helping hand. Her rain-soaked hair sways. For a moment, she bites her lip. I can't go home. What home do I have left to return to? She says in a biting tone tinged with self-hatred. It's okay, Senpai. You don't need to force yourself to care about me. I know, you know already, don't you? What I am, what's wrong with my body. You've heard it all, so let's... To be crushed by guilt. I truly... Literally crushed by guilt. Like, metaphorically crushed by guilt. I think we've all experienced that at some point, but... I mean, literally be crushed by guilt? I'm not sure how that would work out. Like, maybe... Yeah, no ethical way I can think of to be crushed by guilt. And at all, she doesn't manage to say aloud. But the white mist of her breath declares for me to see. Don't be silly. I don't care what I heard. The only version of you I know is the Sakura that's always been with me. Why would I end it over this? Because it's gonna end anyway. Senpai, I'm not the girl you think I am. Ever since they adopted me when I was little, I've been touched by so many things I don't understand. Her nails dig into her skin. It's like she's trying to punish herself for being impure. That's not all. I've been hiding the fact that I'm a Tomage from you. I hid it when I became a master, and I pretended not to know anything even when you brought Saber home. See, I lied to you because it would be better for me if you didn't get upset. But I'm actually so stupid. I thought I could trick you into not seeing something I couldn't even hide. I told myself it would be okay if I became a nest for grandfather's worms. I was so sure I'd stay true to myself and not lose. And then I gave in so easily. That stuff that splashed on me wasn't poison. Mixed in the liquid was a whisper spell. Basically something that can hypnotize. That's all it took for me to lose sight of myself and hurt you. Tosaka-senpai's right. I'm a scaredy cat, a crybaby, a coward. I knew this would happen, but I couldn't even bring myself to disobey grandfather or end it on my own. I'm afraid of pain. Afraid of being afraid. I care more about myself than anyone else. I don't even have the courage to die. She's crying. She's just sobbing. She's weeping and she doesn't know what to do, which makes her even sadder. Okay, this is honestly a very emotional... Like, this is the most emotional a scene has been in FSN so far. When I realize that, I feel regret. I've never seen her cry before. How come I didn't realize it sooner? What must it mean for someone to only be able to cry when she criticizes herself? Don't cry, Sakura. But it's all my fault. I'm grandfather's puppet, so I don't know when I might lash out again. I'm sure to do something I can't take back. What home could I possibly go back to, Senpai? She scolds herself. Nobody else blames her, so she has to do it herself. I'm a bad person, so I need to be blamed and punished. So don't cry. Sakura told me once that she's a coward, so she needs someone to pull her by the hand. I finally know what she meant. Who I want to protect. Who's precious to me. Who I can't bear the thought of losing. If it means she won't cry anymore, then I'll take her by the hand and bring her somewhere the sun shines. Right now, if I have to. I'm sorry, Senpai. I've been misleading you. But I've always thought to myself that I wasn't good enough a person to be next to you, so I'd just make an exception for one day and pretend to not know you tomorrow. I'd brush past you in the hall at school, pretend not to know you after school, and go home by myself at night, forgetting everything that's happened. Yeah, she did that to me. I don't think I could take it. I'm sorry I didn't realize it sooner. But I couldn't. The thought of it alone scared me so bad I'd tremble. It made me more than afraid that when I decided to die, so I couldn't stop coming over to your house. I was too afraid to stop lying to you, and everyone around me was so scary. I couldn't keep going, and I didn't know what else to do. You know, it's even more tragic because, again, we have no clue what happens to Sakura in the Fate or Unlimited Blade Works routes. She just disappears from the story entirely. And she's holding all of this in those routes too. Granted, she's not as murderous in those routes, because Ryder gets taken out pretty quickly, but she's still holding on to all of these feelings and emotions. And in those routes, she oftentimes has to live with the fact that Shiro's not going to be with her. It's kind of tragic, especially in Fate route, because then Shiro's not going to be with anyone. It's like, he fell for someone he knew for less than 10 days, and now he won't even give me attention. I feel like that Sakura is most likely to go yandere, honestly. Or second most likely, rather. I'm sure I would have been fine with that. Sakura thinks it would have been better if I didn't know. So I kept her crying all this time. I'm so dumb. Of course you would have figured it out eventually, but it would be too late by the time you did. I wouldn't be able to go back to that house, so every night I thought I should just get away from you before that happened. I knew it would be better for you, and I'm sure I wouldn't make it any sadder, that I wouldn't cry anymore, but... And that's why I don't want to let her cry anymore. If nobody blames Sakura, so she has to do it herself. But I wanted to hide it. I wanted to protect our time together. That was the only thing that mattered to me, so why? Then I'll keep forgiving Sakura, even if no one else does. This is a sweet CG. I embrace her chilled body. The arms I used to hug her aren't reliable at all. I can't put much strength into them, so I can't even draw her in close. I can't save Sakura. All I can do is be by her side now, and ask her to be by mine. Don't cry anymore. I know you're a bad person. I hear her gasp, her confusion mixed with guilt and regret. To deny that feeling, I say as firmly as I can. So I'll protect you. No matter what happens, even if you try to kill yourself, I will protect you, Sakura. I promise. I'll be a hero, just for you. I put just a little bit of force into the hug, to announce that even if this is just a touch, this oath is stronger than anything else. Is it working? It's enough to make her cold, stiff shoulders relax. No matter what she says, she's still the same Sakura, I know. Her touch through the hug and warmth of her skin are the same. We both exhale white clouds into the air, and the pouring rain weakens to a drizzle. And then in the freezing night, you can't. I'm sure you'll end up getting hurt. She speaks like it's a confession. The rain is stopping. The night is as cold as the dead of winter, and I don't stop hugging her. And then, I'm going to hurt you. But I want to stay here. She makes a choice, her cheeks wet. That's one decision down. I think we just finished something critical. I don't know if this is a romance or love. It's kind of the same thing, Shiro. I just know that it isn't going to be rewarded. It's a certain premonition that's trapped in my chest. By the time we're home, the rain has completely stopped. I've been holding hands with Sakura since we left the park. She calmed down while we were walking, and we began to get embarrassed as we went up the hill path, but we didn't stop holding hands until we got home. The lights are on. Sakura, did you come back here earlier? I don't think that was me. Maybe it was Miss Fujimura. Yeah, that could be it. I head for the door, taking Sakura with me. Her hand was freezing cold, but now it's incredibly warm. I feel reassured by the life I feel flowing through her veins, and we go inside like I would if I just got home from school. Welcome back. Sorry to intrude, but I made myself at home. Neat. Tosaka, senpai. Yeah, I decided to check here as a last resort, but I didn't think you'd come back together. Though there was always a chance, knowing you, Amiya. I gasped and pushed Sakura behind me, facing Tosaka squarely. You still. Of course, as a Tosaka mage, I can't let Sakura Mato go. If I don't execute her as administrator of Fuyuki, I'll draw the ire of the association. It'll be too late once that happens. That's your problem. She hasn't done anything wrong. If you're gonna hurt her, then you'll have to go through me. I bet. You're a free mage who's an affiliate with the association, so it would be better if I tied up that loose end, too. You know, if she was really serious about this, she would know that she put a guess on that they're coming through the front door. She could have Archer, like, positioned at the other end of the walkway in, arrow at the ready. And as soon as this conversation happens, as soon as Sakura and Shiro line up, twing, and they're both dead. I'm gonna kill Sakura. If you get in the way, I'll kill you too. My nerves stand on edge. Her fingertips. If they so much as twitch, that'll be the opening shot. I have to get Sakura outside before Tosaka finishes an incantation. I mean, I'm sure he could choose a shorter sword, so that it won't, you know, blast through Reen. And he, you know what, he could angle it down so it goes through the top, through the back of Sakura's neck, out through Shiro's chest and abdomen, and pierces into the ground, you know? Do what the nine-tailed fox did to Naruto's parents. Yeah, that kind of impalement. That would not hurt Rain at all. Just get her a little bit blood spattered. Right now, I concentrate on how we're gonna get out of here. There's a huge disparity in our magic skills. Archer's probably around too, and I have no idea how to deal with him. Her lips move slightly. Just as I realize she's about to talk instead of cast a spell. Stop. Please, stop, Nisan. Sakura puts herself between us. Senpai's right. He's the only person I've hurt so far. If he's willing to forgive me, then I shouldn't be punished. I guess she doesn't know what other things she does, I suppose. Do you really understand what's happening to your body right now? You've got some nerve to say that. I mean it. I'm still alright. What about you, Tosaka-senpai? Senpai isn't a master anymore, but you still are. He's back to how he was now that Saber's gone. And you're still gonna attack him? Yeah, it doesn't even matter if he's unarmed. If he gets in my way, then I can't show him any mercy. Then if you're going to fight him, I'll fight you too. I won't lose to you as Rider's master. Sakura's scared, but she faces Tosaka with all of her courage. Is Tosaka surprised by Sakura's grit, or does she think she's at a disadvantage? Fine, if you really mean that, then win this war. That's the only way to save you. If you have the Holy Grail, then you can easily free yourself from Sauken's shackles. Tosaka-senpai. I'm not just going to let you go. If we're both competing for the Holy Grail, then we're bound to end up fighting. This just isn't the right place for it. She walks by us, without any hostility or bloodlust. She pushes past us with surprising grace. Our united front lasted all of one day. Can't really call this an alliance anymore if you're going to protect Sakura. But don't forget, we don't know when she'll lose control again. You can get yourself killed if you want, but she's your responsibility now, so make sure you're the only victim. She leaves without looking back. Don't look so worried, stupid. That's just Tosaka's way of being sarcastic. She teases people for fun. Oh, Shiro. First calling Sakura stupid, but then gaslighting her? I give the sad girl a little push and go into the hall. We're both freezing, so we need to change and get warm. Your responsibility is to make sure you're the only victim. Yeah, casual death threats. That's so Rin. She means that I need to take Sakura down with me if she kills me. That was the minimum condition she laid down when she left. It won't happen. I tell myself that while I take Sakura to the living room. Her hands feel so warm. She's alive and she's here. That's all I care about now. I can't let other doubts plague me and make Sakura more worried, but... Hold on. Her hand is too warm. Is your fever back? I'm not sure. Do I feel hot? She says something strange, like she hasn't even noticed. Not really, but you're still warmer than I am, and I feel all warm and fuzzy just by touching you. Oh, Shiro. Shiro. Dude, it's not a fever. I mean, you're both hot for each other at this point, so... Alright, so I have not done the -3 to Bunny Toria that J6 wanted, so, that's just gonna keep Bunny Toria locked to where she is. Sakura suddenly looks away bashfully for some reason. Oh yeah, you were! You better get changed and warm up. I'll make dinner, so go take your temperature, and if you have a cold, wear something warm in the living room. I'll make something easy to eat. And he's oblivious. No, I don't need dinner. I'm going to sleep now, so you should rest too. She half runs away. Well, okay. I'll catch a cold if I stay like this too, so I'd better warm up in the bath. I go back to my bedroom after my bath. Once I put on dry clothes, it finally hits me that I can sleep now. I sit down on the floor, shaking my sore shoulders and sigh. Today was a long day. A lot of stuff happened and there was a lot of trouble. I had to part ways with someone and try to salvage what was left. Right, Sakura was Rider's master. She let Shinji take control, but Sakura was Rider's master all along. Maybe Rider's nearby right now, watching over Sakura. Yeah, I've run into her a few times already. If she's gonna protect Sakura, then we should have a conversation. Her appearance makes her seem unapproachable, but I think she's actually a reasonable person. And since I don't know what Zalkin will cut Sakura off, I'll have to rely on Rider. According to Kotomine, her health will get worse the more she uses her servant, so we should only count on Rider as a last resort. I'll have Sakura introduce us tomorrow. I bet she still holds a grudge after Saber beat her, though. Oh, Shiro. My shoulders slump in disappointment. Anyway, we'll all be living together now that Sakura is home, so I should at least introduce myself. Who's there? I jump to my feet, ready to respond to an attack, and squint at the sliding door. Someone's outside my room. They're standing quietly in the corridor. Nobody answers. The shadow is looking my way. Crap. I don't have anything I can use as a weapon in here. If I'm fighting barehanded, I better get the drop on them first. Oh, is this that scene? It's that scene. The one that they actually very heavily alluded to actually happening in the movie. What kind of censorship, whatever, are they going to be doing for the VN? Oh, it's just you, Sakura. I relax my tense posture. Feel free to use the bath. If you need fresh clothes, just borrow Fujini's. Okay, I already used the bath. I'm wearing her clothes, too. Then what else is there to talk about? Senpai, may I come in? Sure, what's wrong? I slide open the door. She comes into the room and... something's off about her in her new clothes. Someone gulps. I realize it was me and my temperature shoots up. I cover my flabbergasted mouth and look away. It's pointless. I want to stare at her even though I'm looking away. I don't know why, but she's making me feel funny. She stands in the doorway. I finally realize she doesn't only look graceful, but that's something strange about her. What's wrong? Is your fever alright? Was it a cold after all? No, I do have a fever, but it's not because I have a cold. My fever isn't an illness. She looks down awkwardly. She's been acting like this for the last few days. I thought I got used to seeing this side of Sakura, and I hadn't known before to being conscious of her as a girl my age. But this doesn't even begin to compare. It's no good, Senpai. I can't hold it back on my own. Hold what back? Inside me, even when you got home, the thought of how warm your hand was. She sways unsteadily. I'm starting to think this is worse than just a fever. She said that, man! Senpai, why? My thoughts are sluggish. It's clear that something is wrong with her. I know I should take her back to her room right away, but my feet won't move. The silence is tantalizing. She drifts closer like a breeze. Her foot catches the edge of the tatami and... It's so weird wearing gloves for so long. Like, I'm used to having tactile sensation. Did I shout or did she whisper? She weakly collapses. I move my sluggish feet, trying to help her up. But I don't make it in time and she awkwardly falls into me. There's definitely something wrong with her body. She's warm but her arms and legs are cold. It's like her body has a high fever while her limbs are losing blood. This isn't a normal sick fever at all. She said it wasn't, man! Maybe someone poisoned her. I look away. She buries her face in my chest. There's a long silence. She's crying quietly. Why are you protecting me? The worms have eaten so much from me. It won't be good for you. So why are you protecting me, even making an enemy out of Tosaka? Out of my sister? A reason for protecting her? I don't even need to think about it. That's not it. I wanted you here. I need you, and I can't stand the thought of being away from you. So, even if she is your big sister, I won't back down. You mean as a family member? Or do you see me as a girl? Ooh, Shira, what are you gonna say, man? I don't see her as just family member anymore. I just failed to realize that over the last few days. I've always wanted her to be with me. I'm long past pretending otherwise. Yeah, I love you, Sakura. I say it clearly. He admits it! Honestly, this is the earliest confession. A day 9 confession. Ooh, I gotta check this. Let's see. Day 9 on the other route. So on UB-Dub, this was, essentially the ambush of Castor. So nowhere near to admitting to Reen. And in the Fate route, it was the Blood Fort. So yeah, nowhere near admission. So this is the earliest canonical romance for Shiro. Yes, still day 9. It's stupid. Once I was told that I would lose her, I finally dropped the pointless act. She trembles. No, it might be me who's trembling. Of course I'm nervous, lying down with Sakura in my arms and telling her how I feel. I hold her a little tighter. It's quiet. I thought he'd be more anxious, but as soon as I say it out loud, I feel much calmer. Her shoulders move. Her head trembles against my chest. I told her that I love her, so I'd like to hear her say she loves me too. Though I don't mind if I don't get to hear it. Tomorrow we can spend a peaceful morning together, just like we always have. Her tenderness makes me gulp. Her voice is more meek than before. It's a hazy, feverish voice. Hey, Sakura. She's on top of me and acting strange. She isn't only feverish, she looks pained like she's trying to endure something. Get a hold of yourself. Are you feeling sick? Her body gets hotter while her limbs get colder. I need to calm down. I can't make her feel better, but Tosaka, no. Maybe the church, no. It would be better to call Kotomene for help than to take her there. Stay still. Everything's gonna be alright soon. I'm gonna let her do the panting noises because it's a little awkward to hear them, but it's even more awkward to try and make them. I need to put her to sleep first. She squeezes. If you need to put her to sleep first, I mean, you seem to have no issues with hurting women, Shiro, so just put her in a chokehold if you really feel like that. She bites her lip in anguish. I told her I love her, but I can't even do anything for her. Don't have enough. She mumbles deliriously, dizzy with pain and shame. Can't hold out, can't take it anymore. Breaths get faster. Both Sakura's ragged gasps and my own as I hear it. I'm starting to lose my composure being this close to her. Anyway, I need to get her into a warm bed. Listen, Sakura, wait. She tries to run, or rather her body arches backward as she grabs my hand. Sorry, Sakura. No, it's not like that, Senpai. No, I can't. I thought she didn't want me to touch her, but I was wrong. Her body is uncoordinated. She grabs my hand, but when she tries to get closer, trembling, her upper body jerks away from me. Hey, Sakura. I can't. I shouldn't. You'll hate me, but it hurts so much. Your hand's so warm. Hand that Sakura grabbed inches closer to her. I can't pull away. I can't so much as let go of her weakly resisting hand. Senpai, it's not enough. Her voice is bewitching. She brings my hand closer to her, and then... Really? They're really going with... Okay, this is very clearly, like... just the difference in shading between Sakura's face and Shiro's hand. This is clearly a spliced together thing. Huh? I go limp and surprised. Why is she doing this? Ow. She chomps on it. There's a slight pain in my fingertip. Her teeth break my skin and my blood seeps out. Blood flows. Her trembling gradually improves. I can feel her terribly cold limbs start to regain their warmth. She gulps. I watch her throat swallow my oozing blood. Her tongue laps at the wound. Makes quiet noise as she sucks my blood. Oh. Are we still playing Fate, or are we playing a cheesy vampire thing? It's a pleasant feeling, like my finger... Oh, that's, Oh, jeez. Touch of her lips and periodic caress of her tongue. Some of these lines are very clearly censored as well. Moreover, for each drop of blood I lose, I felt this pain somewhere else before, but right now I can't remember when or where. All I recall is how unsettling good it felt. She's only sucking on my finger, yet that pleasure seeps from my wrist to my elbow. It's like the arteries leading from my heart to my finger are put in relief. Oh. Blood suffused with magical energy dribbles into Sakura's mouth. I tried to look at the facts objectively. She's drinking my blood and enduring her shame. It's calming her body down. What is shameful about drinking someone else's blood? Like, seriously. If she really wants blood, then just start bleeding into her food. Like, that would probably be a creative solution, rather than this scene. Like, just cut your hand and give her a nice warm cup of blood, Shiro. Then what's the problem with it? How much blood did I lose? The feeling of lethargy must mean that I've given at least as much as a blood donation. She licks my finger one last time, and then her lips release my finger. We look at each other, both saying nothing. She looks in better shape now, but her uncertainty is still there. I finally say her name. Push down the mysterious blush. Oh, and then worry about what was happening. Suddenly, she lets go of my hand and scrambles away. You don't have to say anything. I'm sorry. Her voice is terribly faint. I look at her face, and she has her hands on her lap and eyes downcast like she's cowering from me. You must know, Senpai. I was raised as a mage in the Matou household. Because I'm from a different bloodline, Grandfather did things to my body to turn me into a Matou mage. That's how I have this grotesque body that always craves magical energy. My black rage at Zaukin bubbles. But more than that, her pitiful emotional words move me. When I want power as a mage, the worms in my body start to twinge. Once that happens, there's nothing I can do to stop the hunger. The worms eat all my magical energy, and that isn't enough, so they make me want more. That's why I drank my blood, right? She nods slightly. Sometimes silence is the most damning agreement. You know, things that don't make sense with them censoring this in such a matter, like, okay, sure, let's replace all of the X-rated stuff with blood. But then, clearly this is not the first time this has happened. We know that Shinji is not a nice guy. So, the question becomes, where was Sakura getting this extra blood mana from before? Shinji certainly wouldn't give it to her willingly. Unless, like, you're saying he's extorting her for his blood, which adds a whole other twisted dimension to the relationship between the two of them already. Like, canonically, we know what Shinji does to Sakura. It's very much implied what he does, but adding the whole, oh, it's actually blood, and he's the only one that could give her his blood, like, he must be extorting her for it, which kind of makes it worse in a matter. I don't know, just like, when even the movie, you know, doesn't, I mean, it censored the scene, obviously, because it was a movie, but there was no question about what happened. Hey, J6, welcome back. Yes. It was all based around Shiro's blood from his finger. And just some of the nonsensicalness of the censorship. Sometimes silence is the most damning agreement. Magical energy dissolves easily into a mage's blood. That's why I wanted to drink your blood. It restores my magical energy and relieves my symptoms. No, I think it was very heavily implied that the original stuff happened. I thought it was very heavily implied the original stuff happened. Oh. Her magical energy consumption must be intense now that Ryder has returned to her master. She managed to live a normal life without any problems for now, so it hammers home how heavy the burden is. That's awful, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you wanted to turn your back on me. I've been aching all over since I came home with you. I can't think of anything else. You've helped me so much, but all I do is take from you. Senpai, I'm crazy, aren't I? Her husky, strained voice cuts me deep. Even when you're so worried and hugging me, I wanted your blood. When you told me you loved me as a girl, all I could think of was sucking your blood. Right! Right, Sakura. That's what you were thinking about. All I could hear was the worms moaning. They wanted comfort soon, so I needed your blood. And I don't really love you. As long as I get to drink your blood, maybe it's alright if I love you, so... Dot dot dot. I'm sorry. How can a dirty person like me who feels good when she drinks your blood have a right to be loved by you? Okay. Obviously it wasn't explicitly shown, but it was very heavily implied. Well, that's obvious. Actually, I don't know why she's even asking. You aren't dirty at all, Sakura. You're beautiful. I hug her again and whisper in her ear. Is Sakura trembling and crying? Am I sad because I can't cry for her sake? You idiot. I'm not gonna hate you over a few drops of blood. Okay, Shiro, like, you very much just implied she took as much blood from you as much as a blood donation. That is more than a few drops of blood, my man. I said I love you. I've been lying to myself and trying not to notice all this time, but you're really pretty. So don't be hard on yourself. It isn't your fault that your body is this way. I stroke her shoulders. I mean, I believe you guys if you say that the blood-sucking scene did happen. I do believe you guys. There's a lot of stuff that was not in the movie, though. Yeah, that too. Like, Shiro's lost a lot of blood today. She leans on my shoulder, sobbing quietly. Besides, I was happy when you drank my blood. Senpai, that's weird. You're happy when people drink your blood? Do you have a vampire thing, Senpai? It isn't weird. It isn't weird. I'm happy I can help you feel better, so even if I can't cure you, so don't worry about it. I'd be in a real dilemma if you hated me for the one thing I can do to help you. I gave her a light, reassuring clap on the shoulder. Shiro, you just admitted to her that you love her, and you're doing the friendly clap on the shoulder. Like, it's okay, buddy. Yes, obviously, there are stuff I don't remember from the movies. Again, it was the whole route into 3 separate things. And a lot was missing. If you're okay with my blood, then feel free to drink it anytime. I'm glad that it makes you feel better. I imply that I'm glad that I fell in love with her. It's a small, simple fact that I can be proud of. It is a good OST. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Senpai. Well, I hope you stay safe. Hope that you don't lose power or anything like that, J6. She keeps apologizing. Each time I stroke her shoulder to let her know there's nothing to apologize for. She trembles uncontrollably like a young child. I love you, Senpai. That's why I don't like who I am. But if you'll still love me despite that, I have a favor to ask. Sure. Will you help me the next time I'm in pain? Possibly. I mean, I know where I am that it's like the middle of trick-or-treating time right now. You won't hate me even if I drink your blood? I stroke her hair and tell her yes. She stops trembling and then she smiles with tears still in her eyes. I know. Glad I fell in love with you. Feel a touch on my cheek, light yet full of affection. When I touch the spot where her lips gently kiss me, I blush bright red like I just remembered how. What's even more embarrassing is that I wonder if that line, this, he's blushing after the cheek kiss, is that line in the OG BN when the mana transfer scene is not censored? Do they do that and then he still blushes from a soft, gentle kiss on the cheek? I feel like they missed a line. Hold up, I think they missed a line here. I think they forgot to censor something. Or change the implications. I think they forgot to change the implications. Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Ella. We separate, kneeling properly across from each other. Everything that's happening is flooding my mind, and I can't move very well. She seems to feel the same way, and we both look around uncomfortably for a moment. You had to buy each route individually? That's wild, man. Thank you for all your help today. I'm going back to my room, so good night. She stands up hastily. I don't have any reason to stop her, and I'm too shy to. Good night, Sakura. Yes, sleep well, senpai. She slides the paper door shut and leaves. Once I'm alone, I touch my cheek again. It was an unavoidable ordeal for Sakura, but when I think back on it, I feel warm and fuzzy. Time to sleep! I'd like to reminisce a little longer, but tomorrow will probably be a busy day, and I need to consider how to deal with Tosaka. I need to speak to Ryder, too. Besides, the Holy Grail War isn't over. I need to defeat that mastermind Zauken and save. See, I really am sleepy. My mind and body are tired, so I should get a good night's rest and get my head in the game tomorrow. Head in the game? He's got to get his head in the game. I'm dreaming. I should be asleep by myself, but someone's snuggling up to me. I'm physically and mentally exhausted. I shouldn't be able to get up, and Sakura's back in her room. So if I'm sleeping with Sakura, it can only be in a dream. He's reminiscing this again. He has something for vampires. Even in my dreams, she's sucking my blood. That's how... Oh, shoot. What have they made him into in the remaster? What did they make him into? Oh. I told her I love her. She kept calling my name, wanting me, and I want to reciprocate those feelings. She's sucking my blood. Even in my dreams, she's... Oh, I mean, that just implies that in the OG version, Shiro is down bad. I'm literally in a dreamlike state. It wasn't enough. I would feel better if she kept going until one of us broke. Rather than make him into what I think what they did cut out from the movie would be a better question. A lot. It's cathartic for both sides. What am I thinking? No matter what, as a human, my vision warps. Sakura isn't here. It was Sakura drinking my blood, but at some point it became something I don't quite understand. It's hot. The ground under me is melting. I sink into a bog that's hot enough to scorch me. I drown in it, knowing that this is Sakura's body heat. I'm having a terrible nightmare. A sinister vision of sea of hot tar. True, I recall. I do recall. That's how it was back in the day. Day 10 at last. Darkwood, Sleeping Beauty. It's a good thing I did not try to finish off Day 9 in the last stream, because it would be like 4 hours of stream. I open my eyes. I stick my arm up in the air for no real reason, stare at the ceiling, then let it fall on the futon. Feels kind of heavy. Yeah, and that's led to a lot of implications over the years. A lot of implications. I keep gazing absently at the ceiling without getting up. Feels like my whole body is slow. My head is in a daze and my body wants rest. That must be why I don't feel like getting up even though it's already morning. Why am I so tired? Maybe the fatigue has been building up. Well, that happened yesterday, but I didn't go to bed particularly exhausted. Probably feel this way because I didn't sleep enough. Maybe I didn't sleep well. Excuse me. The blood will start flowing once I move around more. Sakura's in much worse shape than I am anyway. She's doing her best, so I can't let a little grogginess keep me down. I pump myself up for the day and get out of bed. Then the dizziness hits me again. It isn't from my body's slowness. It's like as soon as I look at my bedroom door, I remember what happened last night all too vividly. I better change! Oh, the implications. Honestly, I don't think there's really ever any, Hang on. I need to take off my gloves. What is this text message? Who just sent me a text message that it's spooky emoji trivia time? Why did my school send me my school AI sent me a message that it's spooky emoji trivia time? Spooky emoji movie trivia. What? You're the AI that's supposed to be checking to make sure I'm doing okay in school, not sending me these weird things. They say it's an AI, but I kind of doubt it is one. It's essentially just a periodic message. Hey, remember to make sure you do your first discussion board posts for the first week of the semester. Hey, are you feeling confident, feeling good going into the semester now that we're at the halfway mark? That kind of stuff. And it says 1 for yes, 2 for maybe, 3 for no, 4 for please help me God. Not really, but you get what I'm saying. Oh man, this is already making me blush. How am I going to talk to Sakura today? Alright, here goes. I'll be okay. I've already run this simulation a bunch of times. There's nothing difficult about it. It's just a good morning like always. What am I getting so worked up for? Oh, Shira, we know you don't have the brain power to run simulations. But I thought Sakura would be in the kitchen. She's already putting breakfast on the table. Good morning, senpai. Yeah, morning, Sakura. Now is when we need Taiga to burst in, see how they're reacting, jump to some wild conclusions that would be totally right in the OG, and then hilarity ensues as they both try to deny it. I try to think of something clever to say, but draw a blank. Morning, Sakura. Breakfast looks really good. How unimaginative, even for me. At least he's admitting it. He had a thought. True. Wait, I greeted her already, idiot! Yes, good morning, senpai. But somehow her reply feels exactly the same, too. Her eyes go wide as if she realized the same thing. I must be making the same face. The thought makes me relax. We've both been nervously looking forward to seeing each other. And again, like, the implications here, like, for the morning after scene, this is not a morning, like, maybe for, I take it back. A mutual confession of love, maybe this is sort of the natural way things would go. I wouldn't know. Sadly, I've only ever had one way, and me being the sender and not ever the receiver. But who knows, maybe now that I'm in shape more, I will have the confidence to put myself out there more. Good morning for the third time, Sakura. I feel myself smiling. This time I say it with relief. Yes, good morning, senpai. Then we awkwardly start eating breakfast. Let's eat, then. Yes, let's eat. Even though we try to carry on like we always do, I still can't stop feeling nervous. I move my chopsticks uneasily. She eats cheerfully like she's gotten used to it already. Is this something girls are better at? What's wrong? Oh, would you like more miso? No, I'm still on my first bowl, but it's good. Delicious, actually. Yes, I'm confident in today's breakfast. I'm glad you like it. Her smile squeezes my heart. I'm still blushing while she's calm, so I dig into my food to hide my embarrassment. I set down my empty bowl with a clink, but all the side dishes on the table are still untouched. It took all my effort just to focus on my soup and rice, so I didn't even notice the other food. Sorry, Sakura, but I'm at my wit's end. I need some time away in my room to cool my head. Is breakfast not to your liking? The tactical retreat ends in failure. My escape route was cut off before I knew it. No idea, Janice. It probably depends on, like, the emotional closeness they had before. Like, this level of interaction where mutual pining turns to realization, I could see this level of awkwardness, maybe. But for others, I can imagine it is very casual. You know? I can imagine it is very casual for others. I silently hold out my bowl. Now, you want seconds? I made a lot, so make sure to eat it all. She returns my bowl with an extra large helping of rice, and breakfast resumes. Oh well, I'll just have to deal with this. I'm already the only one blushing, so I can't let every single thing Sakura does throw me for a loop. Still, though. Sakura, don't we have a problem here? What problem, senpai? She looks at me in puzzlement. In other words... Sakura doesn't see a problem with Ryder sitting silently. Oh, poor Ryder. How long has she been there? How long has Ryder just been sitting watching all this happen? Oh, glorious. I mean, I glance at Ryder. She seems to notice the imbalance I'm getting at. There's no need to concern yourself with me. Continue your meal. She urges just as gracefully as Sakura. Huh? Are you worried about her? It appears so. It's true we have come into conflict several times. You must be uncomfortable sharing a table with an enemy. That's not true. Senpai doesn't hold it against you, Ryder. Well, this is a pickle. I don't resent Ryder, but she's on the A-list of people I'm bad at dealing with. Perhaps. It seems he's having trouble eating because I'm here. I can take my leave if I'm being a nuisance. True. I'm telling you, it isn't like that. You don't mind if Ryder joins us, do you, senpai? I'm in a tough spot, but I'll say... Okay. Interesting... A decision point here. I wonder, are we... Is there an affection choice for Ryder? Are we getting a Ryder affection choice? I feel like that's a comedy option. Shiro is not like that. So it's either fond or dumb make joke option. Most people wouldn't, to be fair, J6. Most people wouldn't. You know? I think fond of her, probably. I feel like the aren't you going to eat Ryder is more of a jokey option. So, we're fond of her. Alright, I'll be honest. I'm checking. Aw, it's not an affection choice for Ryder. Dang it. Alright, I'll be honest. But first, let me be clear about something. I don't know how to flatter or say things to make people like me, so I appreciate if you keep that in mind. I fix Ryder with a serious stare. She's unreadable as ever, but she seems to understand that I'm being serious. I'll just say it. I don't hold a grudge against you, Ryder, and I don't mind if you eat with us either. I don't know how to approach you, Ryder, but I'm rather fond of you. I fight down my nervousness and say clearly. You can't mean that. Aren't you afraid of me? Sure I am. You scare me, but you're on our side. There's a specific word for that, Shiro. Shiro, there is a very specific word you are looking for here. Scarow is how the word starts for the most part. And given Shiro's newfound awakening for enjoying having his blood sucked, maybe it's not too out of the question here for him to be feeling that towards Ryder here. You've already saved me once, and you fought to protect Sakura at the school. I can't hate you for that. I'm just not sure how to approach you. I mean, yes, he has one of those for blood, but when it comes to Ryder, I think he's feeling a certain way. I fail to understand, but you don't appear to be lying, so I'll ask you one more time. Aren't you afraid of me? I said I am. I've seen firsthand how fearsome a servant you are. But it feels like you're all right on the inside, like you're similar to Sakura somehow, so I think I can trust you. And I hope you'll keep protecting Sakura. I'm just not sure how to deal with you personally. Can't help that she's apprehensive of others since she's technically a monster as the most famous Gorgon. Which really does suck, and I'm glad that Ryder has gotten various iterations in FGO, and I do like Saber Ryder quite a bit. She is Saber Ryder. She has quite the she's quite nice. I do like Medusa. Just yes, Anna is precious as well. Like, yeah, the Mystic Eyes event, we don't talk about that, but overall, I do like Medusa as a character. Quite like her a lot. And, it is my honest opinion, J6, that the Gorgon we summon in Chaldea is just the Gorgon that was at the end of Babylonia, aka grown-up Anna. That is my opinion. That sounded like a romantic confession. I feel like she'll ask the same question again if I look her in the eyes, so I'd better turn away and play this. Shiro, she doesn't have eyes you can stare at right now, man. Wait. Oh crap, what am I saying in front of Sakura? It's not what you think, Sakura. I'm just talking about my preferences. Oh man. Foot in mouth. I don't care. Now I know that you're flirtatious and have a weak spot for beautiful women. Wow. Is this the first time she's ever looked this upset with me? Hold on, calm down. I like her as a person, not as a woman. You trust her, right? I feel the same way. Besides, to me, you're actually the prettier one compared to Ryder, I'd say. Oh, that's a shift. Oh no. Shiro is in a no-win situation here, man. What was that incredible hostility I just felt from Ryder? That you're no way any less beautiful, and I don't think it's right to compare people to each other. Oh man, poor Shiro. This is the comedy option, actually, like, hands down. The more I run my mouth, the deeper I seem to dig my grave. Actually, never mind. This isn't something to talk about over breakfast. I suggest we change the topic. I raise my hands pleadingly. Depending on how you see it, it could be a complete surrender. No, we're not finished yet. This is a good chance to find out how you really feel, senpai. I mean, it's always up in the air if Sakura will or not. She is a yandere, after all, so... I agree with Sakura. It's a trivial matter to me, but we gotta clarify this. Both of them lean in toward me. Do you like me or Ryder more? I'm sure you know what your own feelings are. Sakura's right, it's a trivial matter, but I'm interested in your answer as well. Oh. I mean... Poor Shiro. Poor Shiro, yet at the same time, damn you, Shiro. I feel my back against the wall. I have no way out, and I know that the moment I open my mouth, I'm bound to piss one of them off. But the trouble won't end there. Once the truth comes out, it'll haunt me for a while to come. Sakura and Ryder. Maybe it's just their solidarity as fellow women, but these two are really alike. Exactly, Janice, exactly. I honestly don't know what happens in Hollow Ataraxia, so no spoilers! I am going into Hollow Ataraxia almost completely blind. The only thing I know for certain is that Bazette and Karen are in Hollow Ataraxia. I know nothing else. It's on the list of stuff, J6. It's 9 a.m. by the time we finish breakfast. We skip school. Now that things have gotten this serious, I don't feel like going to school until the Holy Grail War is over. One of the reasons I went to school was to fight together with Tosaka. Now that our alliance is over, there's no point going out during the day, and most of all, it's too dangerous to let Sakura go outside. She's acting like she's in good health, but she could collapse at any time, like she did yesterday. Kotomene's treatment brought her time, but Sakura's walking on a tightrope. I don't know what Zaukun intends to do, but I can't let him get anywhere near Sakura, especially in her delicate state. There's nothing I can do if the crestworms inside her start to move again. Shinji used the drug, but Zaukun was the one who implanted the crestworms, so he can probably activate them again just by looking at her. And Kotomene did say that Sakura doesn't have much time left. I'm the only one who knows that. I can't even tell her or Tosaka. What I need to do now is end the war while Sakura doesn't know the truth. I don't have the power to save her, but it should be easy to save her with the power of the omnipotent power of the Holy Grail. Or, Shiro, you could make a contract. Saying that out loud, I'm kind of getting, QB feels when it comes to Ayla, or Yala, however it's pronounced. You can make a contract for great power. You just have to serve forever and ever, slowly breaking until you become something you weren't. Scarred Red is Toko Aozaki, an antagonist in Mahoyo. Interesting, never heard of them. You've been making a strangely scary expression. We're taking a day off school, so I think you can rest. No, I'll rest once this war's over. Right now I need to think of ways to win it. Do you still intend to fight, Senpai? Did she? Huh. I don't remember. Her anxious tone is a little unexpected. Only briefly at the end. That's probably why I don't remember then. I've had a hunch for a while now that Sakura has no intent to fight. She should know the Holy Grail is the only way to heal herself, but she doesn't even consider it an option. She has an aversion to fighting. Okay. She's extremely afraid of hurting other people. That isn't wrong, and I don't intend to deny her feelings. But Sakura can stay the way she is. I'm the one who's made her cry, and it's my role to fight. Yeah, I'll keep fighting. I'll try to resolve things peacefully when I can, but it won't always go that way. I can't imagine Zaukun will let you go. I'm sorry, but I can't let him get the Holy Grail. There are 4 masters left. I'm gonna make sure that you're the one who wins, and we'll have you use the Holy Grail. I'm happy to hear that, but Senpai, can you fight Tosaka-senpai? If she gets in the way, I will. Honestly, the Holy Grail is dangerous, and I'd rather leave it up to her. I'm sure she could handle it safely, and she'd probably help you. She entered the Magic Tower to pursue and kill her younger sister. That's kind of dark. Do you think so? She's still a mage. She may not care for a weak person like me. Excuse me. I can't fully deny that. She's a good person, I know that. But she's still a full-fledged mage. Last night she said she'd kill Sakura. From the on. Even if that's what the situation called for at the time, she still made her choice and was fully ready to carry it out. Her younger sister, aka Ayoko, is the protag in Mahoyo. So if it turns out that even the Holy Grail can't save Sakura, she'll have gained a weapon even more powerful than Archer she can use to end Sakura's life. You're right, but I don't think she's capable of doing that. She can't kill you, Sakura. Except in the route where she does. What makes you think that? Well, I don't have any proof, but she's an amazing person at her core. I think she would choose a future that contains a ridiculously happy world where she doesn't have to lose anyone. So it'll be okay. I'm sure that Rin will help you out in the end. Senpai, do you and Tosaka-senpai? Huh? Interesting. Never mind. If that's what you think, then I'll trust you. Okay. Though I feel a little pathetic if I left it up to her. I should be the one who protects you. I took Sakura's hand and made my choice. I can't let anyone else take my role. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make Sakura happy. Your feelings about it make me happy, but we can't say that you're in a state to fight anymore. Saber isn't here and you're up against Tosaka-senpai. True. Yeah, Rin would do that for sure. You don't need to involve yourself with the Holy Grail anymore, so please, just come back to the normal life you had before. I don't want you to get hurt because of me. It was never your fault, silly. At least he's calling her silly, not stupid. I'm doing this because I want to, and it's too late to back down now. Yep, I remember. I remember the Dino Shiki used them. Tepeu. If that's how his name was pronounced. I never did find out if I was pronouncing his name properly. I fought in the war as Saber's master. I chose to become a master of my own will, not just because I accidentally stumbled into the war. So I can't back down now. I'll fight even if I'm alone. I'm going to see this through to the end. Tepeu, the dinosaur Shiki from Lost Belt 7. The dino that had the mystic eyes of death perception. He had those little glasses. Like, he had little, like, bifocal glasses. It's the only way I can repay Saber for going along with my selfishness. So no matter what I won't stop fighting. That's why we need to decide on our direction going forward. Is it alright with you, Ryder? I do not mind. Your opinion is correct. What about you, Sakura? Sakura silently agrees. Good, she seems to have accepted the logic of it. Alright, before we start the meeting, though, I look at Ryder. Since breakfast, I've gradually gotten used to her presence in the living room, but there's still something I want to address. What is it? Your eyes. Do you mind taking off your blindfold while you're at home? I know about your mystic eyes already, so you don't have to hide them. Isn't she uncomfortable keeping the blindfold on? You mean you find it visually unappealing? Yeah, to be blunt, putting that aside, it has to be uncomfortable. It's a waste of your good looks. Oh no, Shiro, you're doing it again! Shiro, you're putting your foot in your mouth again! So he says, Master. I believe it's up to you in that case. No! Absolutely not! But why is she so strongly against it? Why not? Doesn't it bother you she keeps the blindfold on? It doesn't bother me at all. Besides, Ryder's eyes are mystic eyes. What if she hits you with her magecraft on impulse? Would that happen, Ryder? It would. My eyes are more like wicked eyes than mystic eyes. Even if I conserve my magical energy, it would be difficult to stop them from affecting you. Damn, so you can't even control your own eyes. I cannot. That's what they are known for. However, you can expect them to have a lesser effect than they did yesterday. As you know, my mystic eyes have the power of petrification. The cognitive erasure they cause when the target is taken by surprise is weakened, so your body should not petrify as quickly. I see, so I wouldn't get instantly paralyzed like you did yesterday. That depends on the situation. If you let your guard down, the mystic eyes would have an increased effect. Looks like I'd be safe as long as I don't mess up, so I think it should be okay. Even if I caught your mystic eyes, we're on the same side, so you could just set me free. That is true. I will not kill you. In that sense, there is no danger to your life. No. No means no. Ryder's eyes do more than just petrify people. Yeah, she was cursed with them. And yeah, I think Sakura is concerned about something else of Shiro turning to rock. This is also true. Let's keep the seal on. Sakura pats her chest in relief. Anyway, I'm not really sure what that was about, but Ryder's gonna leave her blindfold on. Okay, I'm curious, but if that's what you prefer, then do that. Yes, I don't like to bare my face. Let's avoid this topic in the future. Ryder says it coldly, her early levity gone. She really is hard to read. Maybe we're just not very compatible. Yeah. Even in Fate, the Greek gods are kind of... Pretty sure the costumes Medusa with glasses are actually mystic eye killers. I can definitely see that. I hope that... See... She's around past the... She should be around past the end, I think. Maybe? I can't remember. But it's just nice to see her face fully in the FGO stuff. Let's get back on topic. Going forward, I think we shouldn't let Sakura go outside. It's too dangerous if she runs into Zauken. I'll deal with the old man. Your thinking is correct. However, how will you defeat the mage? Do you have any ideas? I'm not sure what to say to that. I'm sure there are ways to beat him, but I haven't given him much thought to picking one. Well, my fate depends on my next choice. I have multiple options. Out of them, the most viable one would be... Think we should cooperate with another master? That feels... Oh. That felt like a save to decision point, and I missed a decision, but it wasn't. Huh. I'm not saying we can get them to sympathize with us, but there might be someone willing to help us defeat Zaukin. She's doing at the moment is Snake detecting heat rather than fully relying on their eyes, but her case is detecting magical energy. Didn't realize that.
Where is that revealed?
Hardly on. Where's that bit of lore revealed? Another master, you mean Tosaka-senpai? No, not her. I'm acquainted with Berserker's master. Her name's Ilya, and she'll have to listen to what I have to say. No, she did not mention anything about seeing magical energy signatures. To be honest, I can't leave Ilya be either. Tosaka aside, I have no idea what Zaukin will do next. He was willing to force Sakura to fight by planting worms in her. Ilya and Berserker are much stronger in direct combat, but Zaukin is a schemer. He knows he can't win in a duel, so he'll use other methods. Yeah, she said nothing about being able to see. Like that. Nothing. So Ilya can't get careless, even if she has Berserker. He wants to ally with that mad warrior. We don't necessarily need to be allies, but we could convince them not to attack us. And even if we can't work together, I want to warn them. That girl came to this town all alone. Ilya was raised to be a master and given the name Einsburn. She's more than just a stranger to me. I see. Do you know where this Ilya is? Yeah, she showed me before. I still remember the way there. It was a real big forest, so I'm sure it won't be easy getting there, but it should take about half a day. Not literal sight, you meant murder for going through. Maybe I missed something, but I did not see it in the most recent conversation. Half a day, so you're leaving now? Yeah, it's better to strike while the iron's hot, and if I go now, I can be back by nightfall. It's a rushed decision, but a timely one. I've been wanting to thank Ilya for her help yesterday. Moreover, I have a feeling that everything will change once I bring up Zaukin's schemes in that unknown shadow. Oh, for sure. Medusa's got to have some conflicted feelings there. I'm leaving. I'll be back as soon as I can, so try to get some rest in your room. Alright, senpai, but at least take Ryder with you. She'll protect you if anything happens. Alright, that would be safer. But I can't do that. It's just as dangerous to leave Sakura home by herself. No, much more dangerous since she can't defend herself against Zaukin. No. Ryder, you stay home with Sakura. If Zaukin shows up, avoid fighting since that'll use magical energy. Take Sakura and run. He won't be able to keep up with you. Yeah. Very true. I mean, at least it's not Perseus. If it was Perseus, Medusa would be a big F no. Ryder solemnly nods as if she had the same idea. See, Ryder agrees with me. You need to stay home today, Sakura. But you're in danger too, that forest is. Don't worry, if it looks dangerous, I'll run away immediately. Elliot doesn't have any interest in people who aren't masters anyway. I won't be in any danger. I give Sakura a reassuring clap on the shoulder and leave the living room. Now then, first I'll go to the shed and prep something I can use as a weapon. Sakura sees me off as soon as I leave the Emiya house. True, we do have 3 Greeks. But I mean, Greek heroes are kind of the most famous heroes in most of the world, so... J6 is betting on a pipe or a Shanai. Very good choices. Very, very real possibilities. He brought 2! You were half right, J6. You could argue a third right since he brought food as well. I don't have a map or a compass. I still have the sense of direction I got from the Magecraft Ilya cast on me. All I can do is rely on my memory of what I saw in my own intuition. It isn't 10 o'clock yet. 1 hour by taxi, 4 more hours walking through the forest. I hope it only takes that long. Anyway, I'll have the taxi drive slowly while I look for the entrance to the forest I saw the other day. Once I find it, I'll leave the car and walk the rest of the way. If all goes well, I should make it to her castle before sundown. I'll think about what I'd do when I next meet Ilya. Huh? I hear something nostalgic behind me. The businesslike and cool way of addressing me. The way she said my name politely yet awkwardly as kindly as she could. I say a name that can't possibly be here. Wait, I have something to say to you before you leave. Hang on. Is that Saber saying that? I can't pick out the different inflections between voices. I have no idea if that was actually Saber saying it like Saber's voice there or not. I have something to say to you before you leave. Ryder. As I turn around, I accept reality. This is Ryder. The girl who said my name in that way isn't here anymore. Sure, but make it quick, since I'm on the clock. I just have one question. You said you'll protect Sakura. You've yet to tell me why, Shiro Emiya. So you don't trust me? Yes, I don't know you as well as Sakura does. That makes sense. Ryder wants to protect Sakura, not me. So she probably wants to know what I'm thinking, at least. I'm only gonna say this once, so don't ask again. I'm not being vain, I just don't like singing in front of others. Okay, I love Sakura, but that's not all. Last night I gave Sakura my... Excuse me. It appears so. Her magical energy was stable this morning. Without an external supply of energy, she would have suffered another fever. But what of it? That's all. I love Sakura, and that's all the reason I need to protect her. I think it's perfectly natural for a man to protect the woman he loves. I can see that. And will you fight for her sake? You say your goal is to heal her body. Will you give her the Holy Grail and not use it for your own benefit? Well, I'll use it. I don't know what the Holy Grail is, but I'll use it as much as it takes to make her happy. You'll make Sakura happy. Yeah, she suffered alone all this time, so I'll do whatever it takes to make her just as happy. Ryder says nothing. She just stands there. Maybe now she knows why I'm embarrassed to state this out loud. Alright, I answered your question, so now it's my turn to ask. It's a request, too. Will you hear me out? Yes, if it's within my power, I will hear you out. It's simple. Could you pronounce my name with a different accent than the one you used earlier? Very well. I'm gonna guess that she used a different accent there. I couldn't really hear it. No, that's how you say grave wax. Grave wax? Okay. Maybe more, I don't know. I was gonna make a comment. I was going to comment that this must be what J6 feels like when I try to pronounce things. Ryder grapples with the pronunciation. Guess not then. I just caused her trouble by making her try multiple times. Ryder's blindfold and dark clothes give her a thorny image, but she's actually quite sociable. Somehow I get the impression she would be a little clumsy in private life. Sorry, you can just say it the old way. Is this pronunciation correct, Shiro? Yeah, no complaints. Sorry for being so selfish. Selfish? You didn't like it when I said it the other way, right? I think it's only right for me to correct my pronunciation. Not at all, actually. I liked it. Yeah, it's because I liked it that I don't want anyone else to say it that way. I know it's a silly thing to get hung up on, but I want her to be the only one to say my name that way. I really am just being selfish. You didn't do anything wrong. Very well, but I won't ask why. She's clumsy in a more casual or private setting. She is a little bit, isn't she? I'm just like pooling from FGO-based stuff. She is a little bit on the clumsier side, or more awkward and private. Anyway, I'm leaving. Take care of Sakura, Ryder. I wave at Ryder and start running. First, I need to go to the intersection and hail a taxi. I'll take it to the outskirts of town, find the entrance to the forest once I've seen it. Interlude. She's left alone. There is no longer any meaning in the boys' war. series or combat, it's not the case. I mean, to be fair, like, she grew up with just her sisters who always treated her poorly, yet dotingly, in a very weird relationship, and then things happened, so... No longer a master, he charges off into danger anyway. Meanwhile, the girl who is the cause of it all is resting at home. The reality sinks in. He's gone to the forest. Do you regret this, Sakura? Excuse me. The servant inquires her master's feelings. Eyes gloomy, the girl shakes her head once. How could I feel regret now after all this time, Ryder? Yes, it was a pointless question. Yeah, but while it does hurt, I know it's wrong to feel this way, but I'm also very happy to know Senpai's doing all this for my sake. Even as she says it, pain fills her expression. Her lips feel practically sewn together by her guilt, even as she speaks of joy. But he's making no mistake. Grandfather won't show any mercy. Senpai could always get killed as long as he's out there fighting. Worst of all, though, it'll be a problem for her if she lets him get any further involved. The future holds nothing good for either of them. That's why she hoped he would give up on the war and go back to their normal life. She doesn't have much time left anyway. She'd prefer to live the rest of it for him. Yeah. Again, like, they joke about it in the Taiga Dojo, but I almost feel like there was plans for an Ilya route. And that one would have been Heaven's Feel, but then, I mean, I don't know what Sakura's route would otherwise be called. You know? Like, I can't even think of another good word that espouses all of Sakura's route. She preferred to live the rest of it with him. However, beneath that desire, she feels a glimmer of hope that his fighting might allow them to be together longer. No, she's simply delighted to see her beloved is fighting and getting hurt on her behalf. She doesn't want him to fight. She's overjoyed that he's doing it for her. Two competing wishes vie for her heart, and she's stuck unable to decide which one matters more. That's a lie. I'm not on the fence at all. She mumbles in anguish, keenly aware of her own dark nature. I have to... Yeah. It would be weird because of that, but they're not blood-related, so I think that might have been Nasu's logic at the time as to why that was an originally planned route, but I don't know why it didn't end up making it through. Yes, she is canonically the older sister. That's right. Actually, she wants him to fight. She wants him to save her, to make up for all the time in which he had never noticed her. So it's alright if he gets hurt. She's thinking something she never should. She clutches her chest in pain. The worms inside her wiggle up and down her nerves as if responding to her dark desires. It was only an instant. That single thought of him getting hurt was enough to make the worms violate her body even more. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All their squirming in her body starts to make her ears ring. A chill runs through her blood. My body is so disgusting, so wicked, to be aroused by something like this. The worms that dissolved in her blood become a sweet poison, heating her body. They swell and roil like waves, swallowing her consciousness. When she gets aroused like this, she always thinks, these defiled arms and legs can't be humans. The dark longing makes her stumble, and she tumbles to the ground in a tangle of hair and limbs. She can't stop breathing. Her spine fuses together like sticky sap. It's no different from the things attached to her nerves. The more she tries to resist them, the deeper the worms invade her nerves, melting her mind away until she feels like she's become a worm. The ominous vision rips her entire body. I'm fine. I'm still alright. More importantly, I have a favor to ask, Ryder. Please, go with Senpai. I'll go if you order it, but Sakura, your body will not last much longer. Having me act would only shorten your remaining life. Are you sure about this? Yeah, it's because I don't have much time left. I'm still myself now, but if I lose focus, I don't know what I'll do. My memories are getting more vague each day, and I can't feel my arms and legs anymore. My sense of time is all over the place, and I can't even keep track of a day anymore. Even this morning when I watched Senpai leave, it felt like a whole week went by. She says that it doesn't particularly bother her. She's already accepted her death. Even as she tries to not shamefully cling to hope, she wants to protect him. Yeah, panting probably would have worked better. I understand. By your command, I will guard Shiro Emiya. Thanks. And sorry, Ryder. If I'm not good anymore, find someone new to contract right away. I'd rather it not be Senpai, but I guess it's alright if it's you. She forces herself to smile. The black-clad servant nods once and leaves her master. This is an ill breeze. I will need to use my noble phantasm if you don't mind. Yeah, if Senpai's in danger, bring him home. I know, but Sakura, I think we should be more cautious of that priest than the old man. Ryder leaves with that last remark. That was a surprise. Her servant doesn't give her opinions. She has a stoic personality and carries out orders exactly as they're given. Until now, she's never made so much as a suggestion. Yeah, I think so too. A sing-song whisper, a languid, even graceful expression replaces her earlier gloom. But don't worry, Ryder. He can't beat me. She giggles, like a girl picking flowers. Sakura is going cuckoo. I mean, she's already cuckoo, but still. A few minutes off the highway. I find the forest entrance, which feels familiar despite this being my first time seeing it, shrouded in mist, even during the day. In the woods, the mist hanging in the air and the lack of sunlight getting through the trees makes me lose my sense of time. Am I gonna be okay? I'm amazed by my recklessness, all too late. Yep. Ryder definitely knows. I don't feel lost when I was looking through Ilya's eyes last time, but this isn't something I can navigate using memory alone. I'll whine later. It's do or die now. No time to worry about appearances. I pumped myself up. It's now sometime past noon. When I was seeing through Ilya's eyes, it took roughly 4 hours to get to the castle from here. The rest is up to my physical stamina and my talent and memory and aptitude/reproduction skill as a mage. I walk through the forest. The thick scent of tree sap makes the air feel slightly stuffy. It isn't as bad as walking in the mountains, but even the uneven terrain saps my stamina bit by bit. So Shiro must get lost here, considering if the scene I think is coming happens, that happens at night. Unless they, took liberties with the movie. I think I've been walking on the path Elliot showed me for about 2 hours now. But I still can't see anything up ahead, and the lack of landmarks is bothering me a little. Thanks to my daily training, I don't have a problem with walking in the wilderness all day, but it does build up mental fatigue that isn't easy to notice. My memory tells me that it's 2 more hours to the castle. If I come across something entirely unexpected at that time, then I don't know if I'll be able to get out of the forest. My physical limits are still a ways off, but the mental stress could cause me to start making small mistakes. True. Mountain climbing requires one to stay hydrated, carefully monitor one's physical condition, and make constant decisions, such as whether to step left or right, and whether the next handhold is a millimeter too shallow or too deep. The forest trek isn't quite so demanding, but it brings risks of its own. I can't tell what direction I'm facing or where my current location is. To say nothing of the distress that could cause, there's also direct threats from forest wildlife. In a forest big as this, animals are sure to have marked their territory. People usually get attacked while hiking because they violated an animal's territory. Walking around recklessly is like asking to be attacked, so there are times when it's better to go around a game trail that would have taken you straight to your destination. Fortunately, there aren't any snakes in these woods. There are only signs of wild dogs in the area, and they're rarely sighted. The lack of local wildlife is probably due to the Einsburn Magecraft. Still, there are wild dogs around, and in the worst case, I might run into something even worse than that. No, that was no good. I need to be careful on the way back. I avoid a thicket that looks like something might be living there and continue retracing my steps. A wise man keeps away from danger. Then why are you doing this, Shiro? An iron rule of hiking isn't to run away at the first sight of danger, but to avoid dangerous-looking places to begin with. Still, though, this forest feels different from what Ilya showed me. Yeah, it's mainly the Einsburn traps. It feels like the air It's like the air feels different on my skin. With each step I take deeper into the forest, I feel an unpleasant tingle up my spine. Don't go this way. Leave the forest right now. No matter how many people you bring, none will return alive. Even the trees seem to whisper that as their branches sway in the wind. Also the smell. I thought it was the scent of tree sap, but it's not quite that. It has the same sweetness, but not the vitality of the forest. This is... I'm pretty sure. Wait. I draw a wooden sword from my bag. I stop, concentrate, and take a few minutes to strengthen my sword. A few minutes? Man, that's quick response time, Shiro! Something's coming. I hear footsteps from the direction of the thicket. Straining my ears, I can hear it mixed with the sound of someone pushing through the branches and creaking noises. It's coming. Something makes a beeline for me through the greenery. I raise my wooden sword. I tense my arm, slightly tie my grip on the sword, and raise the weapon to an overhead striking position, and... hold it right there. Stop right there. We both freeze. Looks like they're at an old-fashioned Grail War standoff. Now then, how should I break this deadlock? Hold on. Will you put that down? We're not in the haunted house. Tosaka's the first to break the ice. No. Sorry. I lower the wooden sword as asked. Fancy running into you here. I need to respond to this text. You aren't here for a picnic, are you? As if. What about you, Tosaka? You're not the type to go for walks in the woods. What are you scheming now? On one side, we got a fully fledged mage with a servant, and on the other side, we've got a third-rate mage with a fourth-rate deck. And by deck, I mean magic circuits. I put this glove on backwards. At least that's how it feels. How did I... no. Why does the glove feel weird now? I did put it on backwards. Gosh, dang it. There we go. That's rude. I do take walks, but I'm here for the other reasons today. She protests with a grunt. What surprises me is that she doesn't deny she's up to something. Are you here to fight Ilya? I get straight to the point. So what if I am? You aren't a master anymore. You don't have the right or obligation to stick your neck out into our battles. I don't, but if you're gonna fight Ilya, then I'll stop you. Why? Are you trying to get her to team up with Sakura? That too, but Tosaka, you won't get out unscratched if you fight her. You're bound to get hurt once you start, and I don't want that to happen, to begin with. You want to stop the war, right? So that still hasn't changed, huh? She shifts from her barbed attitude to an exasperated shrug. This is our true face. The one that always drags me around and was close by my side until Sakura ended up in our current situation. What? I made up my mind already, and I won't change it that easily. I'm sure you wouldn't. Honestly, I've always thought this about you. What's she getting at? She heaves an exaggerated sigh. And yeah, you're really stupid. Someone acknowledges it. Someone acknowledges it. Reen has seen the revelation that we've all been well aware of. She gives me a grin so bright it makes me blink even as she says that. Well, that's okay. You never learn, but it wouldn't quite be so worth competing with you if you weren't like this. You try your best no matter how clumsy you are. Hey, what's with that triumphant grin? You're really good at pissing people off. Alright, settle down. From the looks of it, you've got some business with Ilyasville. I'm just taking a shot in the dark earlier, but you really do intend to talk to her. I can't believe she's grinning at me like that while I get mad. Damn it. For some reason, I'm weak to her when this happens. It's like I lose no matter what I say. The more I protest, the more I get driven into a corner. So many clips will just a fourth one because Reen... I mean, that's fair. What's wrong? You are all quiet. This isn't like you. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go see Ilya, so don't get in the way. If you follow me, I'll chase you off. Oh, does that mean you know where she is? Oh. Oops. Again. Shiro stupidity. I said something else I shouldn't have. Great. Mind showing me the way then? I know her general area, but I don't trust in my old map. If you know where to go, that saves me a lot of trouble. You know, I did just say not to follow me.
Oh my, should you really take your eyes off me if you're gonna talk to Ilia's Veil? What if I get there first? That'll complicate things, won't it? Is that a threat? I bet you're just coming with me to pick a fight with her. I won't, if not if she's willing to form a common front. First order of things is to eliminate Zaukin, right? I just came here to give her a warning. A warning? I was going to say that Zaukin is up to something, so she shouldn't underestimate him or she'll get hurt. Given what happened to Caster, will be at a disadvantage if he gets his hands on Berserker too. But I'm ready for it to turn into a fight once I warn her. I can't have a dialogue with that girl. I'm resigned to the idea of possibly fighting her after I warn her. It was bound to happen sooner or later since I need to defeat her. But it sounds like you have another option. In that case, I don't need to take the risk of fighting her. Depending on how well you do, we might settle everything peacefully. It would be funny if they didn't find each other. So, both of them just stumbling through the woods lost. Yeah. Yeah, Reen would definitely get lost or injured, I think. Actually, no, probably not, because she'd have Emiya with her. So, maybe not. Come on, don't give me that look. If you can't persuade her, then I'll leave peacefully. But if you fail, I'll help you defeat her or escape. Not a bad deal, is it? It's not a matter of getting a good or bad deal. You're gonna follow me no matter what, aren't you? Did I ever say that? We just happen to be headed in the same direction. What a devil. Still, she's doing me a favor by letting me guide her. If I let her go, she might fight Ilia, but if she comes with me, then she'll behave. Fair warning, I'm not sure I'm going the right way either. Don't complain if I get lost. No worries, there. You're headed in the exact same direction the map told me to go. With my map and your guidance, we won't get lost. Fine, I give up. We'll go to the castle together. You won't fight Ilia then? Yeah, I won't interfere in your negotiations with her. She's a pain to deal with as an enemy, but if we can be allies... What? An earthquake? The trees sway. A noise that resembles an explosion echoes from afar. No. This was no earthquake. Something like a typhoon is raging nearby. This is... Berserker. It looks like we're one step too slow. Then is Berserker going wild? Yeah, since we're here, there's only one person he could possibly be fighting against. So what now? I'm going ahead. Are you staying? There's no time to think. Oh. Decision. And, okay, so Shiro is not getting lost in this all. So Shiro's not getting lost here. So they definitely took liberties with the movie and had the following scene take place at night. You should run, Shiro. You said you would run? That's right. Shiro did say he would run. Which means that staying here might well be a bad end. Cowardly Shiro, be coward. It'd be dangerous for me to leave this spot without first figuring out what's going on. I'm staying. Are you set on going? Yeah, but you're making the right choice. I have Archer, you're alone. It isn't wrong to be cautious. Alright, don't be careless just because Archer's here. Of course not. I'll be right back if it looks dangerous. Tosaga runs into the woods without looking back. The air continues rumbling. She said that Berserker's fighting. He must be up against Zaukin and Assassin. Berserker won't lose enough pure fighting strength. But there's no tactic that Assassin or Zaukin could use to overcome him. But wasn't that true for Saber too? I have an ominous hunch that I might be making the same mistake as before. Hey! He's cognizant of it! Darkness falls. It isn't the darkness that comes from an absence of light. Instead, a dark light is seared into my retina like I've just looked directly into the sun. My worsening sense of dread is accompanied by a new worry. Having complete darkness, I can't tell up from down or left from right. It's like an awful sudden hallucination that I've been swallowed into a world of nothingness. No, it can't be. Without my vision, I feel my way through the lightless forest. Thud, thump. I bump into tree trunks. I push my way forward clumsily. Blood trickles from my shoulders. My forehead slams into a hard tree trunk. The pain is intense. Okay, Shiro, now you're running now that it's pitch black, my man.
at the very least, lead with your hands in front of you so that you don't be slamming your head into shit. So I want the feedback. Getting injured from bumping into things is more comforting than nothing at all. It'll be okay. I'll be alright. It's just temporary blindness from seeing a sudden bright light. The forest is still there, and I can feel the ground beneath my feet. Everything's just gone dark in my eyes. I'll recover with time. It should take just a little while longer before my eyes work again. I don't know what that light was, and I'm worried about Tosaka, but it'd just be a burden to her if I rushed in. I need to concentrate on recovering my eyesight and escaping that darkness. Just a little more. This is truly an idiot Shiro moment. I'm sure my eyesight will return soon. He looked at a bright light, he says. That's what he said. He looked at a bright light. There's nothing to worry about. You know, I'm just completely blind in an unknown forest, having stumbled off the known pathway, with Berserker fighting someone going on in the background after having been blinded by a strange dark light. My eyesight will return, I can say that for sure. But I am worried about the noises around me. The gusts of wind stopped at some point. The thumping noises are gone too. I wonder what it means that I've stopped bumping into all those trees. Almost there. Just a little more. Just a little longer until my eyesight is back. This is optimistic stupidity. I need to wait in the dark void until then. I'll focus on that for now. I can ponder later why I'm not touching the forest anymore. I can wonder later why it's dark even though my eyes are working again and my vision is back to normal. Alright, just gotta get out of this darkness as soon as I can. Still feeling nothing, I walk through the darkness. I know I'm in the middle of a forest, but it's so dark that my imagination goes to bad places. For example, maybe I got trapped in a world of shadows with no exit. A bad joke like that, maybe. Ha 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 ha. I chuckle bitterly at how lame it sounds and keep going. I can't feel anything. But it's just a little longer. A little longer. A little longer. A little longer. Just a little longer until my eyesight returns and I see the place I was just in earlier. He died. He just straight up died there. Like, that was such an anticlimactic death. So, I'm guessing he saw the light and was vaporized then? Oh, this is sudden. Due to the blackout across Fuyuki City, tonight will be a blindfolded training. That's fine, but it sure is dark. It sure is. I'm lonely. So am I. Hey, Ilya. Can I be honest with you? I don't really want to hear it, but what? Yeah, don't you feel like there's someone else in here with us? Quit it, Taiga. Even if you're just kidding, that's... Ugh. That scream is really cute, Ilya. There is something else there with them. Ilya? Come on, don't try to scare me. Hey, that's you crouching and wheezing over there, right? Yeah, lady, it's me. Liar, who the heck are you? Wow, even the Tiger Dojo got... Damn, that's dark. The Tiger Dojo just got eaten. Let's go and see what's going on. I'm going, that's why I'm here. Then stay behind me. I'll send Archer on ahead, so that should help us avoid getting killed instantly. With that, Tosaka starts running deeper into the forest. Archer drops from spirit to material form, gives me one glance, and then charges forward, blazing a path. Be safe, Ilya. I grip my wooden sword tightly and chase after them as fast as I can. Interlude. Exactly. The dark giant escaped from the castle with the little girl. It was an inexplicable flight. They left what would normally be the best possible defensive position and fled into the forest where they were more vulnerable. Danger was closing in. The girl sensed that unavoidable truth first. The enemy is slowly approaching the castle. When she sensed how great the threat was, she raised the castle's defenses to maximum and woke up the giant in preparation for its arrival. Berserker, the dark giant with a steel-like body. Robbed of his sanity, he's been reduced to an avatar of destruction bent only on obeying the girl. With her bodyguard and defenses, she has no enemy to be afraid of. That's what she told herself as she tried to fight down the sense of inevitable dread. And yet, as soon as the enemy approached, the giant at her side told her, "Run." Robbed of his sanity and speech, even the mad warrior sensed that he couldn't win against whatever was coming for them. Instantly, the girl fled. She knows. She knew. There is nothing they can do against the thing at the castle walls. With the sun behind it, the ominous shadow expanded until it became large enough to easily scale the walls. Ah, it's a shadow giant. They would lose. Berserker can't win against, say nothing of herself. If they fight it, they're sure to lose, and Berserker won't be her servant anymore. That's the source of her unease. The girl ran because she was afraid of losing her servant, and losing the fight, not the fight. With the girl in his arms, the dark giant races through the forest. Her apprehension weighs on her even more heavily. They can't escape. Vaguely realizing there's no escape from this dread, from this fear, the girl orders the dark giant to stop. How wise. Have you come forth because you know you cannot win? Before her stands an old mage, wrinkled and old like a withered tree. Next to him stands an assassin wearing a white skull mask. Zaukin. She recognizes him with a single look as a mage of the Makiri, whom she was taught about when she left the castle in her homeland. You're playing at being a master even though the Holy Grail hasn't chosen you. The girl climbs down from the dark giant and faces the old man. There's no fear in her eyes. The threat that she and the giant felt is almost certainly not the person in front of them. The Holy Grail hasn't chosen me as a master, you say. The Grail is but a receptacle. Why, you sound like you've let the church poison your mind to imply that it can consecrate others of its own will. The girl watches the old man coldly as he chuckles good in delight. He's right, the Holy Grail does not choose. Masters are chosen by the Holy Grail. Servants are granted a physical form by the power and are anchored to the world by their masters. That rule, that pretext was deliberately distorted and spread. The girl knows the goal of the Holy Grail is just the opposite. It's merely to fill the Grail. The masters are not chosen, they're merely components of a ritual. Likewise, servants are merely used to open the gate. You're the one who's been poisoned by your delusions, Zaukin. The vessel has no will of its own, but the greater Grail which selects the masters does. You summon heroic spirits to fill the Holy Grail because its a prototype is here, on this land. The Makiri bloodline really must have fallen to ruin if even their founder has forgotten that. The girl's voice is cold. She shows nothing but scorn for him, and the old man accepts it with a chuckle. My, there's no need for concern. The decline of the Makiri end here. Our endeavor is nearly complete. I plan to finish it in the next ritual, but I've been blessed with capable pawns. I'm only one step away from my long-cherished goal. Really? Then do as you wish. I have no interest in you. I don't like the fact that there's another vessel out there beside me, but I'll fail. Anyway, I won't stop you, so go crawl back into your hole. That goes without saying. This old body of mine doesn't like the sunlight, so I'll go back into my nest once my business is done. But I can't help but feel anxious when things go so smoothly. Just in case, I'll be taking your body too. If I can seize you here, then my wish is all but granted. The old man burns with a ghastly aura. The white skull slowly stands up, but stops against the old man's wishes. It's obvious with a glance. The white-masked assassin is overwhelmed by the giant's presence. He has absolutely no chance of defeating it. He'll be cut in half in a single stroke if he attacks. So he stays still, knowing full well what awaits him. A coward just like his master. You shouldn't have come if you're so afraid of death. Do you both of you value your own lives that much? Assassin doesn't answer. Instead, his master laughs loudly. Yes, I do. My wish is for immortality and he desires a name that'll be remembered for eternity. We were fated to meet because our goals are the same. Are you insane? You're going to wish for immortality? The girl's eyes are filled with disgust. The old man's sneer twists even more. It's as if he was waiting for criticism and scorn. Naturally, behold this body. With every passing moment it loses its functions, and reeks of death melting from within. Even now my brain cells wither and take my intellect with them. How could you possibly comprehend this pain, this suffering of constantly crumbling life? You brought that on yourself. The human body can barely last 100 years. To go beyond that, you have to pay a price. If you can't endure it, then disappear. Death will end your suffering, you know. The old body trembles. The mage's back quivers as if he's having a coughing fit. There it is, Einsburn. The same old logic, even after 1,000 years. And in the end, you're nothing but puppets imitating humans. He chortles heartily, finding it truly hilarious. What did you say? Fool, listen well, child of winter. For humans, there is no greater sorrow than death. Even the pain of being a nest of worms for these worms is like the sting of a mosquito compared to my own death. Survival is the only true way to escape suffering. If one finds comfort in death, then it just proves that one never was truly alive at all. That's what makes you a mere puppet. Your hastily built body won't last another year. How can a creation designed to live such a short life possibly comprehend human design? Zalkin, you are incorrect there. Her body was not hastily built. She was born the natural way, you know, just saying. Just saying. That's right, I can't understand it. You're an exception even among humans because you fail to accept your own mortality even after such a long life. You're deranged. Do you really not want to die that badly? Of course, it's inconceivable. I don't want to die like this. I must remain in this world and live on, but I've reached the limit of what I can do. That's why I desire a permanent, eternal vessel. For that purpose. That's why you want the Holy Grail? You seek it because you fear death? What human does not? It's futile to seek any truth or enlightenment. You cannot overcome your own extinction or the end of the world. Know this, if there's a way to still live, then anyone would reach for it, even if it meant sacrificing the entire world. That is what it means to be human. And you'd willingly sacrifice everyone else so you can keep on living. True. Very true, J6. And you do have a point, Janice. He could think that Elliot was hastily built. Indeed, I would kill every last person on the earth if it would make my wish come true. Human greed knows no bounds. If you knew that each tree in this forest could be made into a drug to extend your life, then you would cut down the whole forest in an instant, even if it only meant an extra day of life. You would kill a part of the world for just one more day. And your desire would not be satiated by a single forest. You would kill all the trees in the world. It doesn't matter that the harvest would destroy the world for everyone else. Isn't that obvious? That is how humans have grown, increased, and grown fat throughout our history. I'm merely following a law that governs us all. If we are destined for ruin in the end, then who can criticize me for walking out of the step with masses? The old man rants merrily. I've never heard a merry rant. After staring at him for a moment in surprise, amazed, you've fallen so far, Makiri. The girl speaks in a voice very unlike that of a girl. What? Remember, where did our wish, our earnest hope to achieve a miracle come from? For what reason do we insist on maintaining a human form while trying to reach a destination beyond the means of mankind? The laughter dies. The old man stares up at the sky in contemplation. Well spoken for a puppet, I see they programmed you to imitate Justice. He stares at the pale girl with hideous expression. Enough. Playtime is over. I want your body, but I have no use for your mind. I, Zelkin Makiri, will take the Einsburn Grail. The old man's shadow creeps along the ground. As if in response, the worrying pressure that had been hanging over the girl increases. Thank you for the loud roar there, Heracles. Also, why are all of his teeth just incisors? I just realized that. I think Heracles needs to see a dentist. The dark giant moves without waiting for his master's command. Come back, Berserker. Her voice doesn't reach him. Kicking up a violent tempest, the dark giant storms in to mow down the encroaching shadow. Interlude out. Interlude out. Hey, I'm a carnivore primarily, and I don't have all incisors. I hear the sound of wind. The thing running through the forest and making the trees shake creates a familiar-sounding wind. The tremors gradually grow stronger. We're nearing their source. It's probably just beyond this forest. We're almost upon it. Just beyond this dense, overlapping wall of trees, a battle of epic proportions is happening. I skid to a halt. Right before I come into a clearing, I stop as fast as I can hide. Tosaka takes cover behind a tree too, and we behold the disastrous spectacle in the clearing. The clearing is a literal battlefield. 3 servants are clashing weapons. One is Berserker the Dark Giant. The second is the White Skull Masked Assassin.
And here it comes. And the third is... Oh, yeah. I definitely need to move my webcam. Some other extra piece that was born naturally a normal person was they did perform some homunculus modifications. They did, like they turned her whole body into a magic crest or magic circuit. Wait, that's... no way. Tosaka's voice is shaking. I can't quite hear it. She's whispering right next to me, but the words don't enter my brain. The third servant. It's my first time seeing the third combatant clad in black plate armor and visor. At the same time, it can't be. It immediately calls to mind someone I know very well. The Dark Giant raises a war cry. He cleaves through the air with enough force to split a mountain, making the earth explode. The third combatant doesn't shy away from the flying rocks and gravel. The black-armored servant breezes past Berserker's greatsword and earthen assault as if the source of this raging wind. The roars of anguish belong to the giant. He possesses a steel body that renders all attacks ineffective, and the black swordsman easily slices it open. A sword paints Berserker's flank in black, the inky light threatening to swallow him whole. No, Berserker, run if that gets you. You won't be able to come back to me. You don't have to fight anymore. Elia's voice is tearful. It's futile. Now that he's been ensnared, there's no escape. Rather than 2 versus 1, it seems 3 opponents is too much for a great hero to overcome. Zaukin must be the one cackling. The 2 masters, Ilya and Zaukin, face each other from behind the protection of their servants. In front of Zaukin is an assassin who seems to have lost to Berserker. Berserker's in front of Ilya, his entire body being corroded by something black. A dark swamp surrounds his feet. The ground isn't made of earth, but some bottomless pit of mud, hampering his movements. On top of that, black vines from the swamp trap his arms and legs. I know those. They definitely belong to the shadow. But for an instant, I feel like I'm looking at someone I know very well. The duel reaches a new pitch, bringing me back to my senses. It's a desperate ritual, a desperate situation. Berserker is strong. He fights the black swordsman evenly, even as the shadow tries to swallow him. But he's at his limit. The black swordsman easily runs forward and slashes Berserker. Even if he's at least as strong as his opponent, Berserker's freedom of movement is stripped away as the fight drags on. Meaning that the scales will only tip further in the swordsman's favor with each passing second. The outcome is clear. Take care of the rest, Assassin. It's too risky for me to remain here any longer. Once it consumes Berserker, capture and bring back the Ironspring Girl. Zaukin blends into the mist. He's departing the forest, leaving Assassin behind. Take heed, it consumes everything it sees, especially any dense sources of magical energy. Be careful not to let the Ironspring Girl be taken too. His presence grows faint along with his physical form. Zaukin is gone. Only Assassin and Berserker remain, as well as the black swordsman holding their weapon aloft. Well, he'll die too, Berserker. Just run! I mean, it did swallow Ku, yes, but Ku was dead at that point. As was... So, Ku was dead. Ku and Media were dead. Media was brought back and was barely, like, a servant. Ku was fully dead. He had his heart eaten by Assassin. And that's why Assassin is so much more eloquent, is because he ate Ku's heart. So, yeah, exactly. Saber was swallowed whole. Did he hear it? The Dark Giant roars and advances. His charge just looks like a tornado to me. Berserker kicks his way out of the ground, free of the black shadow that had swallowed him up to the waist, and charges. What he's doing is inconceivable.
Not only was he being constricted by the mud at his feet, the shadow also had him entirely bound. He couldn't move. His body was getting eaten by the shadow, meaning Berserker couldn't take a single step. So he decided to tear himself free. With one hand, he grabbed the shadow that latched onto his chest and tore it off with a ripping sound. He literally tore his own body open whenever the shadow had grabbed him, exposing his innards. His massive physique is swift. This time his attack is sure to crush the Black Swordsman. This will likely be the last blow. With his body ripped apart and on the verge of death, he'll make absolutely sure to kill his enemy. And the swordsman answers the assault with their greatest attack. No, stop, Berserker! Ilya runs. She starts running desperately towards Berserker as if she can't see the spreading shadow at his feet. Even if I go, there's nothing I can do. I don't have a chance of winning against the shadow or the swordsman, but still, right now I have to stop Ilya. Come back, Ilya! I run out from the cover of the trees. Ilya is running at Berserker. I catch up to her and pull her back. In my ears, gone numb from stress, the fierce howling of the wind and the mad warrior's roar. The black light buffet me so violently I can't even see. The wind pushes me to the ground, Ilya still in my arms. My vision's gone white and I can't even stand. No, I can't even remember to stand. My body's hot. Something sleeping deep within Shiro Emiya cries out. I don't know what or why, but the sense of heat resonating with Noble Phantasm that just unleashed. What? That'd be Avalon, probably. So Avalon is reacting, even though Seva's been corrupted. That definitely wasn't implied in the movie. It's getting just as hard to breathe as it is to see. I can't do anything. As long as that sword is burned into my eyes, none of my human functions will be restored. This is insane. It's like I'm under a spell. My heart was stolen by something I only caught sight of for a brief instant. Even among the numerous noble phantasms, it's an illusion of different magnitude. Few noble phantasms can rival its elegant design and fine workmanship. But its beauty is hardly skin deep. No, the word beautiful would be an insult to this sword. The sword isn't beautiful, but earnest and precious. It's a legend imbued with the hopes and dreams of the people. Neither a relic of myth nor a work of mankind, it's a crystallization crafted from our feelings alone. A sword of pure fantasy sitting at the apex. My eyesight returns. Black crimson flames as dark as midnight illuminate the sky. Was the pillar of light that cleaved the forest darkness itself? The flames burn silently, but the air is cold. Maybe it doesn't burn oxygen, but freezes it instead. The darkly lit forest grows colder. A swordsman stands against the backdrop of black flames. Yeah, that's just dead trees, not a black flame background. I scowl at the sword still pointed at me. One of my arms still around Ilya. I can't feel any bloodlust or hostility from the swordsman. I'm afraid of being killed, but at the same time I clench my jaw in frustration. It's not her. This is someone else. It's not just her lack of malice. She doesn't have any of the nobility she used to. Her helm cracks. It must have been thanks to Berserker's last attack. When I see her bare face, I know without a doubt that it's her, no matter how much she's changed. I'm curious. She's got a separate entry. Saber, true name, Artoria. Yes, I kept Artoria. The result of Saber being contaminated by a mysterious shadow. What makes her the strongest is not her ability as a swordsman, but the massive amount of magical energy she possesses due to possessing an element of the dragon species. As a servant who was not supplied with enough magical energy, she could not unleash the same combat power when she was alive, but in this state, she is able to unleash more destructive power than ever before. In terms of plain attack power, she is the strongest. Magic resistance, writing, intuition, mana burst, charisma F. Her charisma went down. While her leadership improves, the morale of soldiers decreases. Excalibur Morgan, a black aurora sword. Because Excalibur is an amplifier that converts the user's magical energy, the light of darkened Saber's holy sword is turned black. Just as Vivian and Morgan coexist with the fairies of the lake, the holy sword also has both good and evil attributes. She doesn't reply. Her eyes are now gold and unreadable. They just stare down at me, her fallen foe. Elia's voice is trembling. Behind Saber, something that looks like the eviscerated corpse of Berserker sinks into the dark shadow. Ilia just watched her servant die in battle. Of course, a young girl like her would be scared. I shake off the excess emotions. I hold on tight to Ilia and tense my right arm. This isn't the time to be shocked. I'm going to save Ilia. I'll save her and go home. I can't freeze in my tracks and wait here for death. Saber swings her sword. Just as she's about to cut me down while I'm trying to stand up, she instantly changes in direction and deflects 3 arrows. Don't stop. Take Ilia and get out of there. Swords clash. Archer immediately follows his, sniping up with a blade at assault. But it doesn't give me any peace of mind. Saber easily blocks his blindingly fast dual swords. Something's wrong with Archer. I look and see his feet are tangled in the shadow too. What a disgrace, Archer. A pure heroic spirit could never resist that thing's cursed realm. Right now you're a little different from the wraiths roaming these woods. That ruthless voice definitely belongs to Saber. She nonchalantly steps on the shadow and... effortlessly sends Archer flying into the woods behind him. Even the shadow was slowing him down. She cut right through both of his sword guards without trying. Then she does it again. Saber faces me silently. Those eyes. They declare she'll kill me unless I hand Ilia over. Shiro. Ilia lets go of my arm. The gesture seems to say it's okay to hand her over. It flips the switch inside of me. Get back. Tosak is waiting for us in the woods. We'll figure this out if we can get back there. I push Ilia back and take hold of my wooden sword. Yeah, Archer is not pure. Shiro, I know you're an idiot, but this is monumental. Like, thinking a wooden sword is gonna do jack shit here? I take a Segan stance. If Saber comes for us, I'll use all the strength and magical energy I have to strike back. That's all I can do now. I have nothing to say to Saber. I can't apologize, nor can I ask her to come back to me. She isn't speaking to me, so that isn't something I should say to her. Saber is my enemy now. The only way I can respond is to fight back as hard as I can. I tighten my aim. I won't try for a mutual kill. Saber personally taught me that isn't an effective tactic. An attack that risks your own life only works when you're evenly matched with your opponent. I can't hope to achieve that against Saber, so I'm only going to try one attack. Now that her helmet is broken, I should be able to do some damage if I go for the head. It'll take everything I have. I'll defeat the enemy and survive. Unless I imagine myself fully committing to this, I don't have a chance against her. Here she comes. Dodge, 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 dodge! Who cares if it looks bad? Who cares if I have to crawl through the mud? If I can't dodge the first attack, then forget protecting Ilia. I'm dead. I sparred rashly with Saber enough times to know that she's won this bout. Her downstroke streaks down like a diving falcon from my upper left. It's a slash precise enough to cut a grain of rice, coming for Shiro Emiya's head. But my head stays attached. Saber's sword stops just shy of my neck. What happened? Then she wordlessly lowers her sword and turns away. Don't tell me she stopped her sword because of that. A black swamp spreading across the ground. That shadow's trying to crawl out of it. There's no doubt. It's that unknown being, that clump of corpses that I saw before in the park. My role is finished here. I leave the rest to you. My gratitude is an easy task. With this I can restore my honor for losing that to that Majunu. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Saber walks deeper into the black swamp, and then she sinks into the shadow with a bubbling noise just like Berserker. I watch until she's gone. I have no way of knowing why she's still in this world or why she's on their side now. If she's my enemy, then I have to fight her. That's what war is. But still, I can't help but think that if I had been stronger that night, she might never have been warped into that dark version of herself. Tosaka's voice pulls me back to reality. Right now, we're facing the creeping black shadow and the assassin with the skull mask locked into a smile. We're running, Ilya. I take Ilya's hand and run. Ilya gives that swallowed berserker one last sad glance and holds in her tears as she starts to run. Hey, you know, if the 14th is just as good as the previous 13, then there is nothing wrong with it. We run through the forest. I'm following Tosaka's back. I can sense the assassin chasing us through the trees. Behind you, Amiya. Tosaka should have gotten far ahead of us by now, but she slows down and turns back. She must be worried. I know the enemy is right behind me, but I can't do anything about it. My pursuer is assassin. How am I supposed to shake him off with Ilya in tow? That's far enough. I don't need you. A sinister voice growls in my ear. I look to the side and see the face in the skull mask. That'd be terrifying. Smirking and licking a dagger. The white skull is blown away. Assassin was running next to us until someone kicked him in the stomach. So you can't even kill a child without resorting to an ambush, you third rate. Archer doesn't stop as he says it. I'll cover the rear guard. Take Ilya and run. Hurry, if that thing catches up to you, you're finished. Archer's looking at Assassin and something else approaching from behind him. The shadow. It's catching up. The shadow is corroding the ground itself as it catches up to us. Save the discussion for later. Run, boy. Now that you've taken Ilya's hand, protect her till the very end. Archer slightly slows and falls behind us. For an instant, just before he leaves, he looks at Ilya with a terribly sorry expression. We leave the melee and escape the forest. The clash behind us continues between Assassin, our pursuer, and Archer, there to head him off. Assassin is forced back repeatedly, unable to go on the offensive. He clashes evenly with Archer. Each dagger Assassin throws at me whenever he spots an opening is shot down, leaving him clearly frustrated. I mean, you know, Assassin, you are taking shots that Archer has taken how many times? Or Archer has probably imagined so many different ways to kill Shiro that he knows the perfect way to stop any attempts on Shiro's life. That is literally the worst opponent to try and kill Shiro Emiya against. But that isn't because he's weak. Yep, he does know. Archer intercepts dozens of thrown daggers. He does it with vigor unlike anything he's shown thus far. Archer has the advantage. I don't know why, but right now he's fighting with demonic frenzy. How can you move? Assassin desperately parries a shot, retreating. Archer retorts. It's simple. I'm not a proper hero like the others. I'm on the same level as that mud. In other words, Archer steps back, perhaps sensing an opportunity. I'm also a twisted heroic spirit, though not as bad as you. And brings his sword down on the white mask. The black robe scrambles wildly. Assassin flees, clutching his slashed face. It isn't a temporary withdrawal, but a flight for his life. Exactly. The black robe servant escapes Archer and disappears into the wooded gloom. Nice, now we don't need to worry about him chasing us. Good work, Archer. You must be tired, so go ahead and rest in spirit form. Tosaka congratulates him with palpable relief. Behind her. It boils up as if it was born in the shade of the trees. What? She turns around. Simultaneously, the shadow's black tendrils reach out. I won't make it in time. I can only watch as the tentacles lance forth to impale her. But skewer Archer instead after he pushes her out of the way. Rin getting cocky again. Tosaka stares up in shock at Archer. Archer's done. He's still breathing and there isn't much blood. He's been impaled, but if it isn't through a vital spot, he should be able to regenerate. Still, I know he can't fight anymore. That thing kills servants. No matter how powerful a heroic spirit is, they can't be the shadow because it's a summoned servant. I just know that somehow. No way. Archer, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Does Tosaka sense it too? She calls out to Archer in a trembling voice, climbing to her unsteady feet, but... Stay away, get out of here, you fool! Archer's harsh rebuke stops her in her tracks. Ah, we're seeing this now. The shadow pulsates. This forest will die. All of the surrounding mana is being sucked into the shadow. Stupidly, I think that it reminds me of a water balloon. The balloon is engorged and still filling. An unsavory premonition of it bursting and exploding its contents all over us flashes through my mind. Oh crap. We're gonna be caught in it. We'll be completely swallowed by it here. Excuse me. Archer pulls out the tentacles skewering his body and runs at Tosaka. Then I'll... save. This feels like possible bad end. This definitely feels like it could be a bad end. Yep, one of these choices is a bad end. Which one's the bad end choice here? That is the question. Bring Tosaka back or protect Ilya? Which one be bad and city? I think regardless, after this next... I want to get the bad end, because I do think I'm getting close to my end point here. I could save it here. I did save it here. I could stop here, leave it on a cliffhanger, and then start the next FSN stream with this. I don't... You know what? I don't dislike that option. Yeah, I think I will end this here. And we will start the next stream from this choice. Yeah. I've decided this is going to be where I end today's stream, leaving it on a bit of a cliffhanger here. So, I've been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for all to enjoy. And if you are watching this on YouTube and you want to know what happens next, be sure to sub to the channel so you can catch when the next vid goes out. Like the video if you liked it. Comment down below if you have anything to say, including if it's to say anything about this cosplay that I've been wearing all Halloween night. And if you check the description down below, you can find links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to find out exactly when I go live. But one more time, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.